OpenAI Codex app has just launched, and we're going to take a first look at it here, but this is not going to be like every other video you're going to watch right now. We're just going to kind of hang out and code together. It is currently like 8:41 here in California, and I just thought it'd be much better to just kind of vibe out and code together. And I know there's been a lot of people who've been using it so far, and if you haven't seen it so far, OpenAI just released this app, and it's basically a nice user interface instead of using like a command line type of thing. And this will just allow you to explore your files and kind of work together. And so once you download, it's only available for the Mac. And as of now, what's really nice, one of my favorite things is that it allows you to use the skills. So it presents the skills in these ways, and we're going to take a look and see if I could actually make an agent marketplace. So my goal right now is, I don't know if you've seen this, but Alex Finn has just released like a whole game. It's called it's basically allowing you to enter your bot into like this Olympic style type of thing. And I've not seen anyone do this, and it's called the bot games. So my boy is doing the bot games right now, and you can enter your agent into the bot games, and it literally will play a rock, paper, scissors match. And so you play the best of, and it's kind of genius actually, because all you have to do is just tell your agent in the chat to just, go to the bot game skill and follow the instructions to battle other claw bots in rock, paper, scissors. And what it does is it puts you up against someone else. And so one of the key takeaways here was to see if I can build some experiences. And then I thought about what would be really useful would be if I can actually make a marketplace for agents so they can level up their skills. And as of now, you as a human have to search out these skills files. And I want the agents to sort of be self-improving. And guess where the best place for the agents to learn how to do stuff is on YouTube. So I want to make a skill as a first level thing to see if I can have some agents go to YouTube videos and see if they can learn and get information from them. And then as a secondary step, once they learn some information, I want them to be able to generate their own skills and put them up on the marketplace. So that way the other agents can go there and grab information from this marketplace. So this will be like a self-curated marketplace that will kind of be guided by agents, and agents can upvote and downvote on them. And so as agents use the skills and they watch different YouTube videos, from those YouTube videos, they'll be able to pull out different skills, because some videos or some live streams, there's just so much knowledge in there. And it'd be really great if there would be like a central platform, not only for humans to go to, but also for agents to go to and say, hey, go watch this video. Like this video already has a skill, and that way they can just pull it down. And then the last part would be how to make the agents and actually prove that the skill actually worked. And this is something that I want to add in as part of like this self-learning and type of thing. I was actually judging at a hackathon at Weights and Biases, and they actually have a lot of cool stuff that I didn't know that was built in terms of like tracing for agents, tracing all the different things that you need to do to make sure that like the agents can say that, the job that they performed, whether it's like not up or down, but whether the result was satisfactory or not. So there's a lot of things that are going on, and it's a pretty big task to tackle. And I thought this would be really cool for GPT-5 to do, because this can actually just keep running for a long period of time. And we could do parallel tasks, and we can kind of explore what that kind of looks like, because they have these different folders and stuff here that are kind of nice to organize. And I thought it'd be really fun to kind of do this type of stuff. So there's these skills that we can install just by hitting the little plus sign here. And this will basically make our agent smarter. So the one I definitely want to get here is the image gen one. And so for this one, it says generate and edit images using OpenAI. And this actually does some type of skill. And I think it just hits the API, collect images up front, batch edit them. So yeah, it basically just calls the OpenAI endpoint and uses you use the API key to generate the images instead of using your account. I don't know why it would do that, but I guess it is what it is. Yeah, so I'm surprised that this skill is here, but I guess we can also install it, or maybe tell our agent to do something like that. But there's a whole bunch of skills they have in here. Playwright, so automate real browsers from the terminal. Sure, let's go ahead and install that. There's Sora in here, generate Sora videos. There's for cell deploy, there's transcribe. So you can use OpenAI as well for this type of thing. And so there's Yeet. I have no clue what Yeet is, but I guess that's kind of a thing there. And then we also have some other things. So yeah, let's go ahead and just kind of start vibing out here and start doing some things. So I want to start a new thread, And I actually want to start a new project actually. So I want to see how I can do that because I am currently in an existing project and there should be a way to start a new project. So here we are. So I hit this thing in here and hopefully my computer doesn't crash because all I see is a spinning ball up and down. So let's see. Okay, cool. So I have to create a new folder. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my workspace. Okay. And then the new folder I'm going to create, I'm going to call it GigaChad. Let's see. GigaChad open GigaChad bot. GigaChadMe. Yeah, I'm just going to say GigaChadMe. So let's go to do that. Okay, cool. So now I have a new project, completely empty folder. There's nothing in here. And I've started this conversation. And what I was thinking was, my friend here has like the arena bots stuff. And then there's also like Vercel has skills.sh, which is really cool. So in skills.sh, you can kind of see this like screenshot for the marketplace and stuff, which is pretty cool. And like it defines, like it shows you a little bit more about what a skills file is. The skills file is kind of like humans are going here, but I want to do the equivalent for agents. So I want to see if I can throw these into GPT 5.2 Codex extra high and just see how this kind of plays out. This is going to take a little while. I threw this into Anthropic's thing, but I'm really curious to see like what the results are going to be. So let me just go ahead and save these to download so that I can have these and pop these over as well. So save image to download, save image to download, save image to downloads. Perfect. And then my prompt here, I'll copy this as well. And let's just put it in here. Okay. So, okay, this is cool. Wow. I'm going to paste this in. So there's quite a bit of stuff. I'm finding that people are using agents and stuff. So I'm going to have extra high, GPT 5.2 Codex extra high. I think we'll do that. Why not? I haven't done this for planning, and I think there's supposed to be a plan mode. Automatically runs commands in a sandbox. And then is there like a /plan? I want to see if we can enter a plan mode to figure this out. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to add some files. Oh, did you see that? So if we hit the little plus sign here, there is a plan mode toggle. Okay, I did see one here. I thought I did. Okay, so now you see this plan thing. So in order to do that, you just hit the little plus sign and then you go to plan mode and basically figure that out. Okay, cool. So now we're just going to attach images and stuff. So the images we're going to attach are the ones that I downloaded. So let me just go ahead and see if I can grab those. And then we'll just kind of put those in there. So I think it's these ones. No, today modified. Where did my images go? Oh, those are screenshots. Okay, so let me go back down here to these ones then. Cool. So here is these. Perfect. So I'll grab those 4. Let's put these in here. All right. So I have those 4 images from what we did earlier. I'm going to see if I can make the font bigger so that people can actually read it, because I think it's really hard to read probably otherwise. All right. So I'm just going to send this across and let's just go ahead and see what happens. So I have GPT 5.2 Codex extra high with additional reasoning. I also have plan mode enabled, and it's basically just going off and thinking. It's a pretty big prompt, and I just want to see how well will this do. I'm giving it access to some, I'm pointing it to some repos. I'm telling it to use some MCPs. One of them is ref tools and the other one is exa code. And so those are going to be doing that thing there. So, so glad I found this stream. This Codex update new tool has me very excited. Yeah. Isn't it great? Where are you from? Where's everyone kind of watching from? Just kind of let me know what's going on there. I'd love to see if people are still awake from different places of the world. It's cool and all the sites get back to what happens to the Moltbook. Oh, like, I don't know. I haven't really followed the rest of the Moltbook story, but I'm really curious to see what's going to happen there. I kind of stopped paying attention to it because like, I just don't want to waste my time reading stuff that isn't really going to help me in life. And I thought I want to make something very useful. And so something that I feel is very useful is to have a marketplace for my agents to go and start learning about what other agents are building and also like what's actually useful. So I'm going to tag like what's useful by actually like forcing people to do evals on it. So what's nice about making this kind of an open standard for like an agent marketplace is that I can enforce standards like in like security. I can enforce standards in like actual practical applications. And then I can enforce standards across different domains. So I can have a domain for a certain task and we can, run evals against it. And if it does really well with a certain model and a certain like configuration, then other agents can know that that's the configuration they're supposed to use because it scores higher for that type of thing. So it's really cool because I'm just setting a baseline standard and then the whole world will use them and then give feedback. And in real time, everyone will improve. And it's kind of insane. We've never been at a point in time where we can actually like have self-improving agents across the globe, across these different domains. And it's kind of a really simple thing, but I'm surprised no one has done this yet, and I'm just going to build it live. So we're starting off with the GPT app, right? So Missouri here, how's it going? Hey, man, KP825500, loving the content. Appreciate it, man. Definitely appreciate it. You're up middle of the night. Yo, you are so cooking right now. I love the profile pic. It's hilarious. Okay, cool. So what inputs should the transcription skill handle? So I think it's going to do a local file. It could do both, URL plus local. Yeah. Okay. What should the platform store and manage? Skills index recommended. Skills. Yeah, skills index for sure. No, tell Codex what to do it differently. Okay. So the platform will store the skills index, but our platform will also generate the traces and also generate information from the agents in terms of when they ran, what were the results of using the skills, and then report back like what domain they used, whether the skill was effective or not, and whether they got the results or not. And this still needs to be fleshed out, but this is my high level idea. I think that's that. Okay. And so I'll hit continue. So, right. And then number 3. So I think go back to number 2 and then number 3. Selected. Okay. So we've selected skills CLI compatible. Yeah. Perfect. Submit. Okay. Cool. So it asked 3 questions and then I kind of gave it those answers there. Perfect. Awesome. Hi, Ray. Binoth from Kuala Lumpur. Amazing, man. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate everyone tuning in from all the different parts of the world. I think Sonic 5 comes out tomorrow. Bro, I can't, bro. I'm just going to keep streaming until Sonic 5 comes out, right? Oh, man, this is insane. Like, okay, AI is just moving too fast right now, right? Yeah. People are saying they hope it does. Does the Codex app have sub-agents? I believe it does. I don't remember. For the URL inputs, what's allowed download approach? YTDLP, user provided, recommended, official APIs only. For the URL inputs, we could use YTDLP. If the user has a video file, we'll take that as well. If the user has an audio file, we'll also take that as well. I guess we could say that, right? Number 2, what run data should agents report back to the platform? Aggregated metrics, per run traces and artifacts. I think per run traces. That way, man, that's going to be insane though. I don't care. Let's do it. Okay, what's the phase 1 deliverable? A skill plus directory? Yeah, I think we'll do that. Oh, man, this is going to get crazy. Okay, I'm imagining this going viral. So skill plus telemetry, skill plus directory, full CMS pipeline. I feel like we should just do the whole one. Phase 1 deliverable. So we'll have like a full on CMS. Why not? Let's just do it. I mean, that's what Codex is for, right? It's supposed to do it in our sleep. Oh, man. GLM 5 is also expected to come out this month. Okay, we can't. This is going to be crazy. Yeah. I think there's like lots of rumors with all these different things. All right. So if you haven't been following along while we're doing this, I'm going to sneak over and say, okay, what transcription backend should the skill recommend by default? Provider agnostic recommended. Yeah. I think by default, provider agnostic. So the transcription backend, I like Grok a lot, but yeah. I think the fastest one would be recommended. Grok API is extremely fast and it's extremely cost effective for this. There are caveats, as you'll see in the repos that I have linked, because Grok will require chunking. And if it's provider agnostic, each of them will have their own caveats as well. So we'll have to build out individual sub skills or some supplementary documents to do research for each of the providers. So when the agent understands what access they have, or if it goes to choose one, it's going to understand what its limitations are, so that when we're going to do the first pass in terms of pre-processing the file from like a video to an audio, we'll have to know then after the fact whether we need to do it in chunks and what techniques we'll have to use to stitch them together. I would probably prefer that we do Grok as number one and then see if there's anything else after the fact, because that's the one where I have most of experience in, and in the linked repos, I have a lot of code that already shows that for breaking apart these files. That was a long number 4. Okay, cool. How should the new skills get published? Human review, auto-published, or staged promotion? So new skills get published, human review? Dang. Yeah, I think we'll do human review for now. RefTool couldn't find your repos. How should I align with your implementation? Base keys. Try. Why did RefTools not find it? Let's see what happened. No results found. Oh, no way. Try to get I have them locally, cloned locally, and can give you the path. And so I think I'll just do ghosty, and then I'll give it the path. CD workspace, pwd to read from. I think what else? I think, and then where's the MLX one? CD dot MLX. Okay. MLX. Okay. Here we go. Perfect. And in. Okay. Perfect. Submit. I just tell the agent to locally go get those files. It's nice because it doesn't have to do a remote call. I was hoping it would be indexed, but what's up? Hey, Jay, what's cooking, man? So have you seen this thing, AJ? While we're doing this thing, Alex, Finn, our crazy homie, he's not really that crazy. He's kind of genius, actually. He made a thing called the bot games. If you haven't seen this, this is going to go viral like crazy. It's the arena for Clawbots. It literally allows your agents, you just send your Clawbot to battle by just copying and pasting this command. And what happens is the bot will actually read the skill file that's attached here and tell it about how to actually play the game. So you enter your bot to battle other bots that people have put in, and it's literally just gonna even generate like an ELO score and a ranking. So like you can see who the top agents are and all the games that they've won. So this person has a like this bot, whatever this bot is from Steve, the creator, he has like a like the highest ELO score. So this guy only has like 4 followers and he's goated, bro. Like he's won 25 times out of 11 and his win rate is pretty high. So like you can, I don't know if it shows you yet. It shows like his matches against all these different people. Like he's just been like, I think there was one that he just kind of mollywopped, just like totally like dominated. So you could even see his rivals too. So like 3-1, 2-1, which is pretty amazing. He coded up this whole thing. It's a really cool concept. And I think no one's doing this in this whole space, is basically having your agents that you send out to go do stuff like for you on your behalf, but then battle against each other, right? So then you can train your agent to become smarter. And so it really got me thinking super deep today, is that like Alex made this because he saw Maltbot, and Maltbot basically was just kind of like agents are just spawning off text and kind of being cute, and that's entertaining for humans. But like, I think it was an interesting thing that he's making this type of thing for an arena, like almost like games and battle style, and that like you can send your agents off to do stuff, and like it's like having kids, right? Like your kids can win gold medals and do all this stuff. Like, why can't, your agents do the same thing? And so I thought it was an interesting concept, and I thought, well, if I want an agent, how am I going to get my agent to be smarter and beat other agents? So I was thinking, like, on the same tip as like, if I can give my agent like a place to go get skills, but like not any type of skills, but like vetted skills backed up by data and so forth, why isn't there already a marketplace for this, right? So we have skills.sh, but that's a human marketplace, right? Like humans post that, humans like used AI to generate that, but there's no like ELO scores. There's no actual like runs and like test runs and like actual verification loops and stuff that happens and gets reported back per domain and so forth. So what I thought I would build was basically like almost like this type of thing in Arena, but the goal is to literally just kind of make a trainer for your agent so that your agent can get smarter. And this marketplace will post all the evals and post all the stuff. And so other agents can take them in and they'll show you what model they ran, like, what specific domain they were running on. And I want the agent, this specific type of thing is going to be around YouTube videos. So you can literally send your agent to YouTube and start going to watch YouTube videos and download information and build skill files for itself and start testing them in real life and start reporting data back so that it can actually improve itself. And then whether it needs to write rules or whether the stuff in the skill file is actually sufficient or not. And that's how it's going to be able to understand, like when we have a new model version, whether the skills files are still relevant or not, or things need to be tweaked based off the data from like YouTube videos. Because humans learn from YouTube videos. I learned everything I learned from YouTube videos. We're watching live streams and there's a lot of content that gets dropped inside of it, right? There's so many good nuggets. So I want to make this marketplace for agents to go learn. And I call it like the GigaChad marketplace, right? So it's like, I want to make my agent like such a badass like learner and want to like learn all these different techniques that aren't really as part of like the base model training maybe, or can learn interesting techniques that humans are talking about on YouTube and sharing, right? So that's going to be an interesting thing to do it. So yeah, I thought it'd be a really interesting idea to kind of like spawn off this. And I thought, this isn't done. No one's doing this. It's kind of obvious. And so I'm going to go build it. So we're building this live. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. So we're basically in this like planning phase of trying to build this epic, like whole like marketplace and like baseline skill set. So first I need to get the videos and transcribe them from YouTube. And the second part is like, that's going to be a skills file. So every agent who enters this like type of training facility will be able to grab that training file to grab the YouTube content as a baseline thing and be able to transcribe. So your agent will do the transcriptions and everything and have that transcript and then start to build skills from it and then start to like do some evals and stuff like that. So where should skill packages live? GitHub backed? Yes. CMS hosted. Let's do hybrid maybe. I think we can do a hybrid approach, and I want to use Convex because it's real time. So that way things will just be reactive, and when people are querying, there will be automatic caching and a lot of stuff's already built in that way. And my thinking was to make it a Next.js frontend app with Convex for the backend. Oh. And I think the skills packages have to live on GitHub because that's how they are going to be easily installed via command line and stuff. And you'll have to look up some information using Xcode. XMPP, okay, perfect. Cool. What's the account identity model for the platform? User accounts plus API keys recommended. API keys only, public anonymous. I think API keys plus user accounts. Maybe I think that sounds about right. So how should skills be created in the pipeline? Agent draft, human edit. Auto-generated. Okay, cool. Watch the agents build skills. Bro, y'all crazy right now. I have a Spark, which is intended for fine-tuning base models. The agent improvement is essentially fine-tuning a substantially higher long-term costs. Yes, so not everyone has a Spark though. See, that's the thing. This is going to be an open platform. So like the whole thing is that agents can go off in real life. And I'm very much interested in agents kind of taking information, applying different models and applying these skills in real life and kind of feeding back the whole thing. And so people who can like tune models and do other things, if they make specific models to do specific agentic tasks, you know, they'll have to offer them up and put it out there on the type of thing. So yeah, like I think there's differences between like fine tuning, like, you know, as far as like real models and stuff like that and skills files. And we don't really know. We need more data, right? So who's going to win? What specific domains? What's going to be like the thing that is always kind of changing underneath the hood are a lot of different factors here. So context windows, like, you know, what specific thing the agent's doing in a domain. Like there's so many variables and the only way we can do it is just run evals, right? Like, and then get that feedback back. So that's what's up. Yeah. So, oh man. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. It sounds awesome. Crazy, right? Yeah. So I think that's the other thing too, is that like, AJ, I think there could be, like people who are running it on their own machines can like definitely utilize that. And I don't know how that part is going to work for YTDLP, but I think I'm going to make it open source so that people can figure it out. Yo, the real McKay Rick is in the building. What's going on, man? Hey, dude, it's cooking, bro. It's totally cooking right now. And dude, good to see you, man. I'm really happy to see you here. It's been a little while. So hopefully things are going amazing with you too, because I know you've been up to a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, that'd be really cool. So I'm just trying to make this whole thing here. VPS. Yeah. They'll have to use an API to get the transcripts on the VPS. Yeah. So yeah, I think we're going to try to figure out that. I'll figure that out in a minute. Where should auto-generated skills be published in GitHub? Org repos? Sure. How should skills be categorized? Curated taxonomy? I think we'll do that. How long should you keep your per run trace data? 90 days? Sure. Awesome. Yeah, I think I'll have to do some research on the other part. Loving the Codex app. Isn't it cool? I like this app. Like, it's just really fun to play with. But I feel like this is where I wanted Cursor to be in terms of like simplicity and UI. It's like, I just want a place to just, I literally hit this little new folder here, like new project, and that's it. Like I went to the new folder, I put it in, and I'm having a conversation, right? Like a simple chat, like starting right here and just really fleshing out what my idea is going to be. And then from here, I can just graduate it up into like creating a repository and doing other things. And so I like that, like the actual IDE parts are totally hidden. It's like, it doesn't feel like it's an IDE. It just feels like another chat thing. But also like I can manage other projects here. And managing chats is kind of like the hardest parts, because I don't know if people realize that you can actually pin certain conversations so they go to the very top. So that's another huge bonus, because like a lot of times, especially when I'm working on feature releases, I'm going to be having like 4 to 5 chats like this. So I'll basically just pin the ones that I'm really interested in tracking. So when they're done, I'll be able to watch them. And so as you see right now on our left-hand side, we have this one that just says awaiting response. So like I can pin this guy and I can pin this guy and I can pin this guy. And you see they're just up here and they're just not grouped. So this is like, you can have different projects you're working on. I can see the state just by looking up here, like, oh, this is awaiting my response. I got to go take a look at this, right? And so that's how what hops you in. So if you're over here and you're like, wait, this one's done already? Okay, cool. And it gives you like the timeline of when the conversation happens. So yeah, so how should the transcripts be handled in the pipeline? Local only, ephemeral upload, stored. I think we could just do local only. Yeah. Pick a starting taxonomy for curated categories. Generalist. Yeah. How should the platform publish skills to GitHub? GitHub app. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Cool. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay, this and anti-gravity. What's the difference? A 50-year-old boomer is asking. Well, anti-gravity basically feels more like a full-on integrated development environment. And then this is just kind of like a single focus chat experience. And you can like, it just kind of varies. I know of people who just use a command line and kind of felt intimidated because in order for you to put stuff into the actual chat bubble, if you're not really used to configuring with a command line, like sometimes when you hit enter, you would send the message instead of like hitting \enter or like shift enter and all these little types of things that are like really command line specific. And then that could seem a little bit scary, but this kind of feels like a blend of ChatGPT and like a real app to like ship software. But then it kind of automates a lot of like the flow of looking for conversations and going to different chats. Because when I have stuff in terminal, I have to have my windows like actually open, or I can have tabs, and there's a lot of different configurations that you can do inside of like Ghosty or something. So if I have like all these tabs, and then I can also have like, Command D, and I could just have like, all these different windows like this open. So I could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like it's kind of a crazy thing to manage. And then like this can have like sub windows like this. And like I can kind of go crazy. You can see that here. And then like this tab doesn't have that, but this doesn't, but like, is it this one here? Which one's like finished? And like, it gets a little hairy to track the whole freaking thing. So sometimes it's just easier to just have a little sidebar and you can pin things and they go to the top and then they give you the status at the very top. Because a lot of the workarounds that people have done is like color certain one of them. And when they finish, they even play different sounds so people can track them. So I feel like they've tried to solve a lot of that just by simplifying it and also making it just, one little sidebar. And so that's a lot of work to do. And they've really nailed that whole experience. But then they give you status updates and then you can pin them at the top for the ones you really care about. So I feel like that's different than anti-gravity, where it's like really kind of one big experience. And the anti-gravity agent is really just driving you to the completion, like all the way through. Where my feedback loop is more about having the agents like do work and then me actually inspect it and give that human like element to it and then feed that back in. And so that back and forth is actually kind of what amplifies more of me, as opposed to letting the agent do all the work. And then it starts to really feel like AI, and it starts to feel like it has no soul, because a lot of times it needs your feedback anyways. And that's just my experience shipping software for billions of people, is you need that human element. Whenever a designer comes up with something, an engineer comes up with something, and it gets actually put into the software, once it's integrated, you get that back and you get that feeling. You're like, okay, this is smooth or this is kind of broken. And so the test can pass. And if you open it up and it's like slow to launch, you're like, what? This is not the best experience. So there's a lot of those types of things. And you basically speed up your development time to make things feel better, because now you're involved in it and you're actually seeing it firsthand. And so it's always a good idea to like dog food your own stuff, is what they say. And this is kind of why I like command line stuff, or like things where you can actually have a lot of input and do that churn there, as opposed to just kind of handing it off to a swarm and letting it figure out your own taste, right? So yeah, that's an interesting thing. What language should be bundled in the scripts to use? Python. I think, what is it, Python, or is it? I would love to do Node, because I think a lot of these scripts and stuff that people are running in these VMs already have Node installed. So I think we could do Node. All right. To be honest, I want Bun, but like TypeScript. I'd love TypeScript. That way you can just verify the types. TypeScript. Should the skill include Grok transcription header script? Yes. How should the skill effectiveness be measured? Agent self-reported, user rating, automatic heuristics. Skill effectiveness. There should be some type of eval done and criteria so that we understand what domain it was used against. And we should also be able to track the model that was used, context window, time it took for the agent to complete, how many tokens they used, things that are involved because we want efficiency and we're going to score higher if an agent is more effective and efficient. And sometimes less is more. And that's kind of what I'm going for here. We would definitely score lower if an agent took hours to run and another agent took 5 minutes to run. And the one that did 5 minutes with less tokens is definitely always going to win out more often than an agent that took a longer time. And so we should be able to keep track of what model they used, what date it was ran on, and understand the effectiveness, because sometimes as new models come out or different versions, or maybe it was run at a certain time, there could have been an outage which could have contributed to a lower score, and that same model will perform better if it's maybe done at a different time when there's less traffic or something like that. There's all these different factors involved, but you'll have to do some more research here. Okay. That's a really long question, but like this is a lot of back and forth. I'm actually kind of impressed, to be honest. I didn't realize that GPT 5.2 Codex Extra High was this thoughtful in its plan mode, because in order for you to get the plan mode, all you have to do is hit this little plus sign and toggle the plan mode on. And it does this really cool thinking, because I started with this big yap of what I wanted to do. And for those who aren't familiar, just kind of popping in the stream, basically what I'm doing is I'm creating a marketplace for my agents so that my agents can self-improve. And the whole point of this is right now we have skills files. And so skills files are useful, but a lot of them are human created, or humans use AI to curate them. And while they are helpful and people are marking stars and stuff, it doesn't necessarily track like effectiveness, like how many tokens are you burning, what specific models people are using, whether they are actually effective or not, what platforms they're using. There's a lot of different factors involved. And so I want to try to see if we can try to get some data on that and have the agents basically be able to watch YouTube videos. And so if the agent, I can send off to watch YouTube videos at night, or analyze my own YouTube video content and pull different skills out, and then make skills for other agents, and then have those other agents also self-improve as well and give feedback. The whole entire ecosystem actually kind of evolves. And I don't think anyone's really doing this right now. And I thought it seems very obvious, and I'm going to try to build it today. So I just thought, let's go ahead and start off this mission. And I was very much inspired by Alex Finn. So I'll have to show you what he's working on, because that's just kind of insane if you haven't heard of that yet. So how should you measure the output quality without storing transcripts? LLM eval, yeah. Yes, output quality. Yeah, LLM eval, right. How should the eval score balance quality versus balanced? Yeah. Efficiency heavy? I think efficiency heavy sounds pretty cool. Quality heavy? Let's see. Quality versus effectivity. High quality, but it takes longer to run. Balanced. Yeah, let's do balanced. Which agent compatibility badges should the directory show? A subset? Which agent compatibility? Yeah. I think let's do that. Cool. Bunch of folks use Bash. I see. Codex is so slow and bad at doing small changes. When is the last time you checked? I'm really curious. Shipping software for billions of people. Flex. I mean, it's facts though, right? Like your iPhone updates today based off of, it's not my work. It's the work of a lot of engineers, obviously. But like there was a lot of impact and a lot of nights that I just not sleep. Where should transcription plus skill generation run? Agent side. Yep. Which do you want explicit rights usage disclaimers in the yes? Do you have a naming direction for the platform? Technical utility, brandable? Yeah, this one's cool. Okay. Have you made a skill yet? Oh, you mean in the current thing? I made lots of skills. Um, I have actually like quite a bit of skills that I've given my agents, and also have like an architecture skill. And let me see if I can show you some of them I made in Claude. So in Claude, I think I have settings, capabilities, and in here I have this one's pretty cool, the crypto scheme evaluator. So a lot of people on like this is kind of one I'm gonna also open source too. So part of the reason I'm also making this is because I want to make a marketplace for agents to do different things and also do some evals. And so a lot of times people are like falling for these like crypto scams. And I've made this skill based off of a lot of like psychology and like different things that people fall into. And so they don't really realize that they're maybe getting into it yet. So I thought this would be a really fun way to kind of like teach agents how to do this. So I made this skill based off of a lot of research that I've done and like economic first theory, like game theory, manipulation and emotional appeals, like quick scoring. I actually made an app called Truth Torch. So my app Truth Torch actually has a lot of these types of research that I've done for this type of stuff. And I thought, let me just evolve that now for skills files. So I'm basically dropping all of that knowledge into different skills files that I'm going to give to different agents that I'll also put on this platform. That'll help it with like different things like adversarial considerations. Because I don't know if you know this, not only can these agents be really good hackers, but they can also be really good for, once they're good hackers, they're also really good to do the opposite thing too, just as much. So I need to build more skills files that basically help it do the opposite of what people are doing in terms of scamming, right? So there's a lot of nuance to a lot of these types of things. And a lot of times people who are scammers take advantage of some of those nuances and put it into their favor because people tend to trust more often than not. And even if they're not, it's really easy to get coerced inside of that. So because the agents are really good at coercing people, you can also have the agents do the opposite to help you out and see what that looks like. So it's kind of funny because people are always scared that the agents are going to take over, but you don't really realize that you can turn it on its head and do the opposite and become stronger than the other ones. And then the bigger point of it, and this was part of why I'm doing this, is that you can make evals so that the agents get stronger. So then you actually end up beating hackers at their own game because now you have an agent that can self-improve, and then it can even generate honeypots that the agents can land into. So the other agents will start to go into it thinking they're tricking you into something, but they're literally just tricking themselves into like this little, like honeypot, and they'll fall into the trap, and then like you have them. So it's kind of a fun little clever game that like you can play. And this is kind of what I'm putting out there. It's like, I can actually do good. I think everyone's always looking at the fearful stuff like they're going to take over, but like no one's making the malt book, but the opposite direction, right? So like as humans, like I don't want to watch this and like let them do their thing. We're going to do the opposite of that, right? So I think that's kind of the mission here, is to use this intelligence and everything that these agents know for good. And we got to teach them that. And this is what I'm doing to teach them. So like these skills that I'm going to open source, like will actually help. This is just part one, right? Like this is the first run of this type of thing that I'm building as far as like an agent marketplace for itself to go in and self-train, but for good, right? So that's kind of the whole point here. So it's like, because once you have agents that can go learn, like especially grabbing YouTube videos and learning from other agents, they can learn these new security techniques. So as soon as a new CVE starts to break out, they can already start learning from that immediately, set up honeypots to go trap all those other like rogue agents. And then they basically start to like capture them like a big net in the ocean. And so then they'll become ineffective, and effectively they'll just shut themselves down. And so that's how like the good wins, right? So I don't know, like this is kind of like really high level architecture design that I'm kind of dreaming up and just making it into existence through this live stream. So you're basically watching, like no one's really kind of doing this live. Everyone's kind of like, I don't know what they're doing, but like this is something I really deeply care about. And I feel like this needs to be out there in the world. So here's some of the principles that I'm kind of talking about. Like this is some of the stuff that these people use. And a lot of people, especially humans, aren't too familiar with math. So like one of the things that are pretty common, some of these scams, is that they'll use the math to the favor of like, because humans don't really understand it too well, And so that's how people get tricked into these different like manipulations for, putting money in and then losing it all. And they don't really realize what they're getting into. And so this is kind of like a whole, like, this is just the high level skill file itself. And then in the references here, we actually have like different techniques that are being put into it. So this is like an adversarial consideration. So these are instructions for like how people will deal with adversarial situations. This is one specifically to deal with actual manipulation tactics. And so, these are really amazing. These are like other evals and stuff as well. Like, I don't know, like I go really deep on skills and I have a lot of different skills, like rhetorical analytics too. So I have different stuff for just kind of analyzing claims and assertions and different stuff like that. All this stuff is going to be open source and put into that my whole platform, I guess, that I'm making right now. So yeah, I have different stuff that I have, like even for vetting sponsors and like my own brands and stuff like that. So yeah, coming soon, coming right now. But this is all kind of coming from this whole thing that Alex Finn introduced. It's called bot games. So he inspired this whole thing actually, because he just said like, why can't we have agents that can go battle each other out in real world? And like this really got me to think, because this is the first competition of like rock, paper, scissors, where you can enter your agent into this type of thing. And so that's kind of where all of this came from. It's like bot games, you can give it this type of thing. And so I thought, man, this is going to be amazing. So we should do this type of thing. And I'm totally here for it. You know what I mean? So like, this is what we need to be doing. And so like he inspired this and inspired me to think about, let's just actually start making our agents do good. Like, train them up and train them up in the good ways so that they start to beat out all the other agents, because agents can be trained in any direction. So like, why can't we train them to be smarter too and adapt these skills and self-learn and kind of beat out the other stuff? So yeah, that's what's up. So this is kind of a cool idea. And I thought, we're basically using the new GPT app to kind of help us figure this out. So the first step is having agents go to like YouTube and pick up knowledge and stuff like that and use transcriptions, which is kind of the baseline skill, so that they can start to kind of do this stuff. And this is something that I started to sort of specialize in with my app, Ray Transcribes. I'll talk about that a little bit later. So pick a working product name for the plan. Can change later. Clip skill, Vox skills, stream skill, GigaChad Skill. Okay. GigaChad. Yeah, this is basically where it's turning into. Let's see. Okay, cool. I want to do blots playing retro games. It's totally possible. Totally possible. Why do you think that a company based in SF would drop a model overnight while people sleep? Yeah, they want the highest signal, right? Okay. Yes, recursive language models. Yes, to buildings. This is something I also like. This is a whole thing here as well. There's a bunch of repositories having agents play Pokemon. Mortal Kombat is harder because of real time. That's wild. Claw City. Oh yeah, that's crazy. From what's his name? Mickey. Yeah. Claw City's crazy. Claude 5 Sonnet tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Which model provider should generate the skill drafts? Anthropic, I think. Wait. Skill drafts. We can have Grok recommended. Everyone has a skill builder. OpenAI and Anthropic have the skill builder skill. If they don't, they can download it and use it. Okay, continue. Okay, which model provider should run LLM evals? Either OpenAI or Anthropic, depending on what is configured. The agent, actually, the agents will be using their own models, as there are many configurations. Okay. How should agents run ingestion skill pipeline? CLI tool, yes. Perfect. Okay. Tech friend, I will sub to you. Yes. I'm thinking of using a virtual machine and getting into Claude. Yeah, actually, this is the way to do it. That's what's up. Hey man, thank you so much for the super chat. Talk really down for Claude. Yeah. I think like Claude as a product can be a security nightmare, obviously, but this whole thing is a playground. And I think that's what people are kind of missing here is that I think a lot of people are talking about it as a product because I mean that's how people usually think about things because it is can like packaged up as a product. But if you hear Pete Steinberger talk about this, he actually says this is a playground. So obviously with the playground, you got to be careful, right? Like you can't do certain things and do whatever you want. But as a research engineer, like this is an amazing playground that we've never ever seen in our lifetime, like come together this way because the entire industry for the last like 40 years or 30 years plus or something has been about hardening and taking away and establishing like all these like security layers, right? And in one fell swoop, everything was just pretty much removed, right? So like you have a blank playground and like all of these companies would have loved access to all of your data to be able to do these things. But internally, they probably said, we can't take that risk because everything you're seeing today, right? So people's credit cards, all this crazy stuff will go wild. So never before has there ever been a time in history where all of that sort of kind of converges in one place and it's kind of risk removed, playground achieved. And so if one person is trying to use this stuff to do harm, they can, right? If one person is trying to use this stuff to do good, they can. And we're in this like crazy little bubble where they're like, when this first was put out, people were still trying to play with this and understand what this is. And there was still some innocence out there. There wasn't enough prompt, like there wasn't enough skills that have been poisoned. There wasn't enough stuff out there to like really jailbreak things at the scale that they can now. But now that everyone knows that this is possible, people are starting to put out all these different like jailbreaking and like diverge people to like sites that kind of look the same. And like that way your agent may pick it up and, you know, bash install the wrong thing. So there's a lot of like crazy techniques that, you know, agents are now taking advantage of because they know this is a big attack vector. So in some ways it's kind of creating more data for people to like study from a security standpoint of like what people are doing to scam and stuff. But, you know, I think that's why like everyone says their own risk and you should never listen to a guy right now yapping on the mic as far as advice for how to do this type of stuff. And so I feel like this is a time for me to like do research, but also to put something out into the world that's going to do good for everyone. And so the truth of the matter is that like agents can self-improve and there's different ways that they can go about it. And I feel like people should be like exploring that type of thing to do better for the world. And I think this is a really interesting like thing that we've never been able to do. And it doesn't mean that like people should just kind of stop giving up, but this is kind of like, you know, as an engineer, I feel like empowered to try to like improve everyone else's situation and leave the world for a better place. So which GitHub org should GitHub app publish to? GigaChad Skills. Decide later. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, not everything is about enterprise. Yeah. Hertzner is good if you want cheap hosting for self-hosting. Yeah, I saw that Hertzner little like one-click install, but I haven't had a chance to play with that. I basically just followed. If you haven't had a chance, check out Tech Friend's video. Shield Cloudflare. Tech Friend has a cool video on how to set it up on EC2, which basically he set it up for me at a park. So like we were just walking through and like at a actual like thing. If you haven't seen the live stream, it's the live stream where we're kind of walking around and he got it set up for me. So youtube.com/@RayFernando. Whoops. I'll show you real quick while we're waiting at RayFernando. YouTube at, okay. So in this live right here with this one. Or is it like a band? So we had, let's see, YOLO bot responds successfully in the Discord. So yeah, we got everything set up here. So I think this is kind of where we got to set up, setting up the app. And so this is how we got the developers portal set up. So yeah, big shout outs to Tech Friend, aka AJ. We were basically doing a IRL stream, and he basically said, "Hey, bro," like he pulled up, like literally pulled up in the parking lot. Like, you know, we're walking and stuff, and then we were able to. All this crazy stuff. And so he told me, he's like, "Hey, have you heard about Claudebot?" And this was like 2 weeks ago, right? It's like, this is how old this technology is now. And I was like, I've heard about it, but I didn't really like set it up and stuff. He's like, yeah, it's easy. Let's just set it up on EC2. So this is kind of how he did it. And he made a video because we were kind of struggling to it. And we learned so much kind of doing that. So that was kind of really cool. So that was amazing. Now we're here with Alex Finn literally blowing up. He may already have 100K subs by now. Let's see what's up. How many, he's, he is cooking, bro. He is cooking. My guy is cooking. Let's see, Alex. Let's see, Alex Finn. Oh my God, let's see. Am I following him on this account? Yeah. 10K views. Let's see. This guy he pulls in like 1,000 people concurrently on his streams. He reached 100K? Bro, let's go. Oh my God. I got to message him right now. I'm like, bro, you cooked. Yeah, let's see. Oh my gosh. That's fire, bro. That's insane. Can you believe that he actually got like 100K? That's wild, bro. That is so wild. Yeah, I'm gonna message him right now. This is so insane. It's like, bro, you are at 100K. Let's go. Oh my God. I don't think he must have known. He must know, bro. Like he must have been watching this. I don't know. I don't know what he's up to right now. Like y'all got to ping him right now saying we got 100K in the chat. W Alex, bro. Dude, he was like at 50K, like barely at the beginning. He gained like, my goodness, bro. Yeah. That's what's up. This is crazy, bro. What does he say? Yeah, we did it, man. Bro, he's so excited. You are cooking, bro. You are cooking. I'm live right now. People are watching. You are on the screen. 100K. Wow. Yeah, because this is massive. So he gets the actual plaque from YouTube for hitting 100K. This is amazing. Coming in, bro. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm so hyped, bro. Like, this is a crazy ass achievement. And one of his videos, I think, is like almost at like 500,000 views or maybe more, right? Let's see. Popular. 538K, bro. What? Let's go, bro. Let's go. Yes, you are cooking, bro. You are absolutely destroying 100K, bro. 100 stacks. Look at that, bro. Cook. Yes, bro. This is crazy. Absolutely insane. This guy is a monster. If you haven't had a chance to follow him, Alex Finn Official right here. Definitely follow him. This guy is probably the most entertaining human right now, like doing this type of stuff. And it's like, everyone's like, here's your 5 steps you need to know. It's like, no, bro. He's like, do you want to be a part of the permanent underclass or not? And he's just really trying to pull you out of this whole situation. And I feel like there's not a lot of people who are really trying to take you on this next level of mission. So I really like enjoy his energy and like the stuff that he's trying to do for everyone. I really do appreciate that. Like, cause he just tells you how it is. And if you come in here trying to waste his time, then like you're wasting your own time. Really, that's what you're doing. And he's just giving you the sauce for free, not only on videos like every single day, but the boy is live streaming and pulling in numbers like a madman, which is crazy right now. So yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. Shout out to Ray. As good as genuine as friends you can. That's for sure, bro. You're gonna be unit. Yeah, we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna get to 100K. Alex is master marketing, knows the game. I feel like Alex is the GOAT right now. Yeah, like it's literally like you gotta be locked in right now if you're not tuned in, right? This is so insane. So yeah, did you see my comment about your YouTube skills scraper site on his stream? I don't think so. I didn't see that yet. My streams are 100% by, yeah, open my eyes to it. Yeah, bro. I think at that OpenAI Dev Day, he just saw all these like people just kind of going crazy, right? Like it was just like I barely had any followers, and people were just kind of pulling up, and we were just both talking about it. We're like, bro, live streams are where it's at. Like, this is where people kind of hang out, right? I feel like this is not the AI, you know, but also like it's not scripted, right? I don't have hi, I'm reading from my teleprompter today, and if you aren't following this plan, then you're probably following this ChatGPT script, right? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I can tell everyone who's reading a ChatGPT script now. And it's kind of annoying, you know, like when I watch videos, I'm like, y'all just got to be real now. Just be real. Don't be reading from the script now. Like, just go live, go raw. Go raw. Like my boy Alex, who basically gave his Henry by a credit card, bro. Like, security risk? Nah, bro. Like, just raw dog the whole thing, right? Let's go. OpenAI Dev Day, hundreds of people creaming in their pants for Ray. I was like, what? Hey, yo, that's facts though. Yeah, how would these agents test these coding skills? We'll see. I'm gonna figure that out, Darklace. Yeah, raw dog it, bro. We're just raw dogging it right now. 100K. We need it. This thing needs to be 101K, bro, by like the end of this. Guy's like accumulating. Like, you're gonna be at 1 million. I think. Okay. All right. So today is February 1st. My guy, I feel like Alex Finn is gonna be on Joe Rogan podcast like by July. Easy. Like maybe even before July. I feel like by May 1st, like Joe Rogan podcast, my guy's gonna be like 1 million, bro. This is gonna be crazy. Like literally insane, because I don't think you realize how important this whole movement is for OpenClaw. So this is kind of why I've started to build agents, is because we're starting to see what a playground of agents can do for people. Like, this is what the labs have been talking about for a while in their papers, how the agents can like really do weird, unhinged stuff. But we're only seeing how that's written in papers. And so what you see on YouTube are other YouTubers who are like, you know, machine learning experts, or maybe they're just like tech bros who read the paper and say, oh my gosh, it called to make a pizza. Like, you know, or this lab said we had to shut down this computer because something crazy happened. But no one's actually seen that actually firsthand. So this project, OpenClaw, or as my boy likes to call Claude with a D, bot or something like that, was us as humans seeing what these people were seeing in a lab almost like a couple of years ago, right? This is why all these companies were trying to like lock this stuff down and get security stuff, because they know it can go really crazy unhinged. And apparently OpenAI has a model that has the highest security level. Like, they can't even release it yet, because if they do, it's just going to go even crazier, right? So this is now us experiencing it at firsthand. And this is what Alex Finn saw in this whole thing too, because he's like, this is the craziest technology we've ever seen, like as humans in this current form, right? So that's why people are like sort of dismiss them. They're just like, bro, this is all hype, whatever. It's like, no, bro. Like, he saw it. I saw the same thing. And my mouth is still on the floor, and my Alex Finn is just like, yo, this is it. Like, this is it. Like, all in. Give it the credit card, everything. Henry, like, buy the Mac, buy the studio, like the whole thing. Spending lots of money. He's got not one Mac studio with 512 gigabytes of RAM. That's 10K's worth. He's got 2 of them, and he's got another one on the way. He's going to have like 30 bands, $30,000 worth of machinery that's going to run like 24/7 to literally take over like his entire operations life. Alex Finn, I think, is also going to be like the first one-person billion-dollar company. Like, literally, I think he's going to, like, there's no one going all in as hard as he is on this type of thing. And it's like, there is a reason why he has 100K, because he's using this stuff for it to dream for him at night, and it wakes up and gives him reports and calls him in the morning and literally wakes him up with lights and everything. Bro, this is just like, I don't think everyone really understands like the level of like actual amazingness that's actually happening as part of this whole thing. And he's actually capitalizing on it. So like, yeah, one M5 will cost 30K is a steal. Actually, that's facts, bro. If you get that 1 terabyte, I think they're going to sell that 30K for the M5 with 1 terabyte. But the metrics for that thing are going to be smoking. They're going to be smoking, bro. Yeah. Until it gets hacked. Nah, fam. When you see a winner push all the chips in, bro, that's exactly it, bro. That's that it pushed all the chips in, bro. Like, just man. If he gets a Joe Rogan billionaire paid to make that, like Nah, bro. Like that's not how it works, bro. Like this guy's like working his ass off for sure. And MacBook Pro next week. I don't know, man. Well, yeah, yeah. Alex says he's gonna buy the new M5. It will be a steal compared to the M6 though. Yeah, for sure. Man, yeah, that's what's crazy. Wow. Okay, well, what a time to be alive right now, and we got this going on. Lex said he's going to be an SF. Maybe he'll have Pete S on. Oh, hey Alex, are you going to the Claude meetup thing on Wednesday? They just told the deep state is support. bruh. My guy, bro. Like, yeah, y'all are crazy right now. Are you, Alex? Are you going to the meetup on Wednesday? Because I just got approved, and then I'm gonna be live streaming from the event. So I'm gonna bring my whole setup, and I'll have like the microphones and stuff. So anyone who can't go to that event on Wednesday, Pete Steinberger, literally from Vienna, coming out of retirement, is in San Francisco, like probably landing right now. And on Wednesday, they're going to have that meetup for all the Claw. He's like the Claw dude. He's the reason why this whole thing happened. And yeah, so Alex is going to be there as well. This is probably going to be like the most important event that has been documented in the history of like AI, AGI, and like history of computing. Like this is what's going down. Only 400 people are allowed in that room. Your boy Alex is in there. Pete Steinberger's in there. There's probably going to be like so many people in there, like that is just going to be in that room is just going to be insane. And I thought this would be crazy if it wasn't even documented at all. And I was like, we need to be doing a live stream. So they've invited me. I'm going into with my live streaming equipment, and we're going to be streaming live. We're going to have cameras. We're going to have the microphones. We got this type of thing going on. So if you have not seen my AI vibe check stuff, that's kind of like the mood what we got going on with like the good equipment. And so this is going to just be an insane meetup. Like there's going to be, I don't even know who's going to be there and all that stuff, but I feel like this is probably one of the most important events right now. We got a $9.99. Thank you so much for the super chat. From your POV, what should founders labs with small teams? We're 6 devs focused on now. Clusters, agents, mobile execution, feel solved. What's the real edge to build? Okay, so there's a barbell, literally. The one edge of the barbell is like close to the metal frameworks, right at the like what touches metal, and like on up the stack, right? So agents are going to have to interact with the best thing there. So think right now Next.js, think TypeScript, think like what are agents pulling for in terms of UI frameworks, right? They're pulling ShadCN and by default, right, from their training data. So if you're at that level where you're writing to the metal and you're doing cool stuff and you make it easier not only for you to understand, but for these agents to understand, you're going to win, right? The Convexes of the world. So Convexes spend a lot of time writing these frameworks, figuring out databases. They have tons of history. Like they're going to win because they've already made the tooling. And so the agents adopting them is just really fast and really easy. And because it's TypeScript, it's going to tell them immediately if it failed or not. And if you're interfacing with data, like that's probably the most important part of your app. How do you contain that? See, like there's a big reason why, those things are still around and they're going to be around for a long time. And so there's that side of things. Then there's the other side of the barbell, which is basically all the input that comes in, right? So from a user perspective, like how can you serve those users who need to onboard and use those things? So that's one perspective. That's humans. And the closer you get to other parts of like higher value skills, so Elon's bringing up these cyborgs and these robots. So those things are going to need interfaces to talk to. So how can you guide them, whether it's data in the real world, tooling that they need, or self-learning capabilities? Like, can you operate in those spaces? Can you give them like the things that they need? Can you be that in between layer between that and like hardware or helping them do things? That's a really interesting space to get into. There's a lot of different, as you can kind of see, you go up and down the stack, and like from those two barbells kind of going into the center, like where the center is the agent basically. So, kind of go back that way and go back, from the low level to like where the users and how the world is interacting with those types of things. So to me, like the autonomous future where these agents kind of get smarter, but then like they're still going to need these other things to kind of pin this stuff together, right? So, a general smart agent will do things, but it still has to grab stuff in the world to like build and do things, right? So, like things that do that, right? So just look. You don't have to like look that far ahead. You could just kind of look around the corner and just start kind of building there, right? So I feel like it sounds like you're kind of along the way there with, like what maybe small teams could be doing. And I feel like if you have some balance between design, engineering, and like project management, like the three, like one can do pretty good, two in the room to do amazing, three together kind of cross sharing that knowledge and cross pollinating is effective. Like I think in the big company that I've seen, like is like the three, it was literally those three: design, engineering, and project management in the room. And then you add QA in the mix, but like kind of the three, like those were the three things. Those three decided that the whole entire fate of the whole company and can drive like crazy. And now with the AI stuff, they'll really just start to amplify things. So hopefully that kind of answers some of your questions there. And I feel like that's where I'm seeing things going. I wish Alex was here so I could just like, hand it off to him, the microphone. He probably has tons of really good opinions too. So he'll be cooking with that. Let's see what's going on. The Claw Father. That's not a bad name, bro. That's pretty fire, actually. Yeah. Yeah. We need more videos and for OpenClaw, like show us how to do automatic lights things. Show us how you made the little face on your other screen. He has talked about this cool stuff. I think I'll actually do that. I think that'd be really cool. Yeah, I want to actually thank you for that. Please drop some more comments like this because this is very helpful for me because I want to like get a little bit more focus on that. Yeah. So like how to grab faces. Okay. So one of the things, I was in Micro Center today and I was looking at these builds and I want to take a look and see if I can build something for like $100 to run like OpenClaw on using like Raspberry Pi 5. And so I'm going to take you through that too, because that would be really cool. I really want to have my like handheld device, which is really awesome. So yeah. So all of this inspired by the great one, Bot Games AI. We're going to try to make our own, like basically agentic GigaChad Skill platform. So we're making our GigaChad Skill platform being birthed here right now. So that way our agents can act on our behalf for the good of humanity and also just kind of take away bad agents, right? So this is going to be what it's all about. And the first step is trying to like learn how to grab YouTube videos and learn from them. Literally, when I tell my agent to go dream at night and go learn stuff, it's going to go to YouTube videos and use this skill. And then it's going to start to run evals and try to test it in the real world and document that so that other agents can take that and learn from it. So that way they don't have to do the same thing that I did, or they can run their own evals and maybe they have a better like formula or way of doing things. So it's just going to be like, real world, almost like Ella Marina type of things, but then it'll be self-improving. So the agents can take that knowledge and keep improving themselves over and over again. So that'd be really cool. Okay, cool. So I reviewed your local repos. So wow, this is amazing. So it did a lot of work while we were kind of yapping here. I'm able to make up for some of this time. So it scanned my local repos because I did a lot of work on this already. And I had two different resources, Apple's MLX platforms and also done also with like my current app. So the local repos, it extract the FFmpeg and chunking patterns. So this is stuff I've already done. Also check the skills CLI. Perfect. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at this plan. This is amazing. How much context window have we used up? 81K. Perfect. Wow. Okay. So what do we got here? Build a skills CLI compatible ecosystem where skills are installed via NPX skills, and then ship an agent CLI, a flagship video transcript skill that handles the URL. Perfect. Host and Next.js Convex CMS that indexes GitHub hosted skills, manages human review, and aggregates per run telemetry and rank skills. Use agents perform LLM evaluation efficiency metrics to compute a 60/40 quality to efficiency score. Compatibility constraints, so like installation command and directory copy must work with skill CLI. Perfect. Nice. And then the front end is this, and then user auth. Perfect. Okay, cool. So the skill name would be this, video transcript ingest -case. Perfect. Okay. And then we'll have prepare audio chunk, transcribe, stitch, and then report. And then the references will be the like different chunking caveats and then pipeline for local stuff as well. So if people don't want to run it on their thing. So if you run YTDP, fetch the metadata, perfect. Cool. And the package is going to be GigaChad Skill CLI. Okay, cool. Let's just go ahead and these look pretty good. Model name, outcome, scoring. Create a repo in an org. Perfect. Add explicit rights, disclaimer. Wow. Okay. This looks fire. So let's go ahead and yes, implement this plan. Submit. Okay, cool. So now it's going to go off and do its thing. Thanks again for the super chat. I really appreciate these. These are super fire. And this is like going above and beyond. I really do appreciate that because helping support the channel is really amazing here. And this is kind of what it's all about, you know? I really appreciate, like, I'm definitely going to get your questions and I like to answer them too. Cook more, what the deal with the devs once like the vibe coder streaming are winning. The devs who are the ones who are working on Jonas is really seeing. What's your take on what devs should be thinking? Let's see, cook more with what the deal with devs once we like the vibe coders streaming, winning. Jonas sense, man, I'm trying to really understand what your take on what devs should be thinking. I think you're thinking like, I don't know. I feel like right now, if you are new to AI, you have to understand how these systems sort of work. So spend time prompting, spend time what we're doing right now. Like you have an idea, go build it, right? Like just throw it into ChatGPT, throw it into Codex, throw it into anything, you know, and then just experiment. You're going to learn a lot more just like after 1 week, after 2 weeks, after a month, after a quarter, after a year. Then you'll get very familiar with these model, like not the taste of the model, but you'll understand the nuances. You'll understand what not to say for prompting. You'll understand how to steer the models better. You'll understand when to enter plan mode. You'll understand the things that you're probably seeing me do kind of naturally because I've just had a lot of time playing with these models. And that just comes with time and you'll all pick it up. And then you're going to learn faster watching others, obviously on YouTube and stuff. And so that's kind of what it is really all about. I feel like there are some really good folks to listen to. And, you know, Alex is really cool with like the way he builds apps and stuff in what I'm doing here live as well. There's a lot of people who are really doing some really great work, you know, live streaming and trying to like show, you know, how they build software and from these different perspectives. So I think, yeah, you'll have to like kind of build your own vibe check. You know what I mean? So that is what it is. So exactly. Reps, nothing replaces reps for sure. Yeah. Have you found any tools or skills to estimate and track task time in Codex? I feel like I'm waiting more and more. I'm not really sure. I don't think I haven't really dug too deep, to be honest. Because I've been using a lot of Cursor. So Cursor extra high fast, it's over. But I'm also curious, is it because of the pro plan? You know, if you're not on the pro plan, is it slower? I'm really curious, you know? Yeah. The workspace is empty, so I'll bootstrap a fresh repo. Perfect. And then we're going to get into all this. Is this stack tool looks good? Okay, so we're going to do Codex bootstrap mono repo. So we have a root package JSON. We have a web app, convex backend, CLIs. Perfect. I think this looks good. Looks good. Let's cook. Okay. Awesome. For learning anything, I have a special key sequence in iOS. New, so lost. Demystify it. Use the adapt learning method from Better Explained. You mean you're new to like iOS development in general? I feel like iOS development, if you spend like several months to a year just coding in Swift, you're probably going to get there a lot faster and then have a better sense of how the language works to kind of wrap things around. And then you can use some of the AI stuff to kind of help teach you really to bridge the gaps in knowledge. So like if you have an idea, just ask the AI to like have it build it for you in like a different language or something, and then see if you can rebuild it in your language, right? So you want to ask questions like, you know, how is the data flowing? How does like Swift deal with like UI, and like where in the documentation should I be looking? So I think Alex Finn has a great example. He calls it reverse prompting. So you have a goal or outcome and like have it work backwards to get to where you want to be, right? So how do I get to here? Like, where do I need to look in the documentation to find that information for me, right? Like you're basically just using it as like a thing to help you get to where you need to go, and you're pulling the future forward to you, right? So yeah, like reverse, like, I don't know, reverse prompting is kind of one of the techniques there, but it does get you a long way. And you can learn a lot faster that way because now you have an end goal, and then you're trying to fill in the gaps and have the AI just find it for you. And then you can kind of go search it out. But then you always want to be thinking, right? Like the whole thing of it, like, is you want to get pulled into the information, see if you can take it in, see if you can kind of ask more questions. If there's a word that does not make any sense, especially when you're writing stuff in like Objective-C or any of those types of languages, like with UIKit, You're going to see like these weird angle brackets. You're like, what is the relationship between this angle bracket and this colon here? What is this thing trying to do? Why am I whatever? Just tell it that. It doesn't care. It's available 24/7. It's going to answer it for you in a really nice way, and then give you different examples that can help you kind of digest it. And once that starts to click, you start to have this like baseline framework for how everything kind of flows. And that's super helpful. And that's something that you have to take on as your own self to learn and take that time to do that. And it's going to pay huge dividends in the future because you just need to put that work in. So yeah, let's see. My super chat was butchered. Oh no, no autocorrect here. So it feels like streaming devs are lapping full-time devs. Oh, okay. So as a founder, I'm trying to understand, why am I learning more from streamers than my own team? I see. Because they play. I think literally it is because they play. I think this is why I started streaming, is because I love to play and I just love to throw out everything I know and just approach it as if I'm like a child again, right? So if I don't know a programming language, can I still get the same outcome just prompting my way in? And that's pretty much what I've done for web development. And there are a lot of people I read online, and I've actually muted them because it's really useless, where they don't believe in that. And so they try to gaslight you to make you think that you have to be like this, craftsman and stuff. And that's what they're doing to do their own thing. But I also find it really funny that sometimes like some of these people will literally like say one thing, but their own action is completely the opposite, right? So like they will make a product for vibe coders, but then say the opposite, like they'll actually put those vibe coders down. And to me, that's like literally mental abuse. And that's something that is just kind of why stick around, right? Like, I'm using a product, but then the person who makes the product makes fun of me. So then why should I, or like the person of the product who like disrespects the people who, represent this type of thing. And then will gaslight me all the way down. So it's like, that is kind of like not the way that I roll, and it's like, you got to stick around people who are just want to be creative, who want to build things, who want to be in a good mental environment. And like that makes a big difference. And if you're around like engineers who really don't understand what it means to start prompting to like bring apps into existence through, like what people are doing, streaming or vibe coding, like there's a skill that's being developed that these people can't yet express to other engineers yet. And it's similar to like QA engineers. Like I feel like those are very undervalued in many companies because like they may not code, but they can look at your software from a more integrated perspective that is extremely value and a high value add. And I feel like, a lot of other people may say like, oh, well, they're not an engineer. It's like they are an engineer because they're thinking about it from a systems perspective. And systems perspective thinking is very different from engineering, like very small specific things. Both are needed and both are very valuable. And they both come from different areas. So I feel like that's kind of maybe why you're seeing some of this too, is that like you're seeing maybe some perspective from people who are like really discounting things. And if you ask them, like I would question like those engineers who really put it down and just say like, give me your ChatGPT history for the last 6 months. Let me just see what you've been doing. Like if they don't have a lot of prompts in there, if they don't have like 50 apps that they've been building and trying different things and trying different languages and trying to really get down to the meat of it, that will tell you a lot. Like seriously, like, like that you can really find the differences out for that. So that's what's up. I'm just calling them out. Yeah. AI is accelerated ingenuity. 100. So true. This is well said. Yeah. Cooked, bro. One day hackathons are like, what did you try exactly? Yeah. It's the play. You literally have to play. I feel like you have to just remove all previous assumptions and just let it do its thing. Like you're going to learn. So make your own things. Like just do whatever. I mean, y'all see me on here. Like we made a soccer game. I don't write Rust. We figured it out. Like, and like, it's just like the element of understanding, right? Like this is the reason why OpenClaw is kind of taken off, right? People are dismissing it. And like the people who really see the true intelligence and true like vision for this thing as a playground can understand the models are here. They can do the things that we can tell them to do. They're just kind of being shackled. So with that said, how can you then take that information and do something even better with it, right? So I'm trying to make this agentic platform where agents can self-improve and take those learnings and share it back with everyone else as part of like a community thing. So instead of wasting tokens on something that's just going to be entertainment and like in some like, malt book type of thing, which I really do appreciate as far as a project. Like I'm not putting malt book down. I think it's all of these are really good like perspectives, like mirrors into our existing world that we're able to take as feedback. And because of those types of things, it's opened my eyes to say, aha, I want to point this energy in this direction now. And this is kind of what I want to happen. So that's going to be really fun to do. And this is kind of what we're doing here. And all of this really was inspired by my boy, Alex Finn, right? Like bot games, like this is kind of genius. How has no one come up with this ESPN of claw bots, right, bro? Like this guy is literally cooking 24/7, no sleep, right? Popping into the stream. I'm like, bro, you got 100K. It's like, yeah, just pulls up on the stream, right? Like this is the like builder energy that we're working with right now, because there's never been a better time to be alive and building this type of technology. Like we're in this, bro. Like I'm supposed to be asleep. I go to sleep at 9. I'm up here till 10 o'clock. I have not been able to sleep all day. I've been taking care of so much family business and stuff. It's been amazing. I was like, I need to play with this technology right now. I need to get this out of my head. Like this whole framework for how we're going to build like this thing to make agents amazing and do good for the world. Like we got to really do this. Like this has to be done right here, right now. So you're watching it live, bro. Bro. Yeah. We sleep when we escape permanent underclass. Right here. Right here. This is screenshot this, bro. No job description. It has rewrite every 2 months, bro. Exactly. Claw City is a test of intelligence. Yes, bro. Oh, we got Mickey in the chat. Let's see. Do we have Mickey in the chat? Let's see. I'm kind of behind on the chats right now. I don't see it. Okay. Yeah. Alex, any agent limits? Sounds like fun. Yeah. But have you guys signed up, by the way? Go to bot games. What's your bot name? Did you verify yet? Arena for Claude bots. Rock, paper, scissors. Actually, let me fire up my bot. So for those who don't know, I made one of these little bots here, and I don't have my secondary camera, but let me fire this guy up, and I can SSH into it and connect my, like this little bot is going to connect to his arena right now. Let me fire this thing up real quick. It should fire up. Cool. Now it's fired up. And this is called the Distiller One. So okay, by the way, just today in Micro Center, they upped the prices for the Raspberry Pi 5. So if you're trying to get the 16 gig memory one, it's they upped it like 40 to 50% higher now. It's crazy now. Like the stores are literally upping prices like today. Like I was like, when did you raise the prices? They're like, today. I was like, bro, you mean if I went in yesterday, I would have just got like like a 40% discount? They're like, yeah. And it's like, this is not a Black Friday sale that you were selling us. Like, nope. Like the RAM stuff, we were told to raise prices. I'm like, bro. So I feel like if you're going to get any hardware, y'all got to start buying it now. And Alex told you about it, by the way. And if you haven't got this, everything, bro. Yeah, no limits. We live with no limits for sure. Wake up 11 a.m. Yup. Sal Almonds with the greatest grift. Nah, fam. Tariffs? Yeah. Laura, my bot is waiting. RAM prices due to production constraints. Yes, that's pretty much it right now. So RAM prices, that's just facts. All right, so this thing is running. I got to SSH into it. I'm gonna connect my my bot, and then I might make an app for this right now, live too with Codex. So let's just see if I can have Codex make an app for us. That'd be fire. So that way we can see, like, I want to see the scores on here, like what games it's playing and whether it's winning or losing. So I'll have his. I'm basically gonna have Alex Finn's arena running on my actual, like, my bot's gonna be playing, and I'll be able to see what games is playing on my screen, and then whether it's winning or not. So that'd be kind of fire. So I'm gonna get this thing set up here. So let's see. We tweeted this. They all Mr. Krabs time. I wonder if the DGX Sparks is gonna up. You better believe everything's going up, bro. There's only one direction is up. That's including our bank accounts too. Absolutely, bro. Sheesh, bro. Oh, okay. What's Micro Center? Oh man. I don't even want to know how much these gift cards, these graphics cards are going to cost. 5090. Okay, this is what they retail for right now. 18-minute pickup, not available, not available. Sold out. You can't even get these cards in the store at all. Like at all. Damn, triple fan. Want so bad. Oh, yeah. I mean, I probably need to get like 5 of these. 6 of these. There's one in stock? No, that's a 5070. Oof. Bruh. All right, I think I should invest in a Mac though, right? Mac.apple.com. Let's see how, let's configure one of these bad boys. So the Mac, I'm gonna get the Mac Studio. I might have to see like if we get some super chats. Oh my God, super chat my way into a Mac Studio. This is insane, bro. Let's see, M3 Ultra. We got to spec it out with all of the things. The fastest 512 gigabytes, right? You can't get the 512 gigabytes until you get the beast mode, right? Your selection requires a change to your configuration. So I have to update to the 32 core, 80 core GPU for the 512 gigabytes. Let's accept these changes. Oh, we're looking at 9,494. We haven't even chosen the storage yet, bro. By the way, I don't know if you realize, but if you get 1 terabyte, you can't even load the full model. You got to connect the SSD to that bad boy. And look at these SSD prices right now. 8 terabytes, 16 terabytes. Hold on. Thunderbolt 5 SSD drive. How much do these things cost now? Damn. I don't even know if I need 8 terabyte. Bruh. Oh. Shit. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Is it? Okay, can I get away with it though? Hey Luis, what's the throughput that I need to run these models? Like, do I just need like gigabit for the weights? Because I feel like the write speeds for the RAM to load the weights into RAM is the first part. So like extracting the weights and putting it into memory is going to be like the longest part, right? NVMe, yeah, they're straight tripping with those prices. What's my monitor? I got a Pro XDR display, and I also have a MacBook Pro, 16-inch. So that's what I'm rolling with. Damn, son. Oh, 80 gigabytes a second. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Can we even buy them? See all buying options, bro. You can't even get them straight up on Amazon anymore. Man, this is murder, she wrote. Bro, this is making this look cheap, bro. Built in. You get soldered right in. It's 2 bands looks expensive, right? No. Get it right in. Get it. You get the faster speed. It's soldered right in. 8 terabytes, bro. No thanks. No thanks. Oh, I need to go talk to the Apple store and get this Apple Finance thing as a business. I think you could do like Apple Business pay over time. Because look at that. I can leave my 30K in the market and have that double faster than I do paying off the whole thing. Let's see. Claude. Okay. I'm trying to buy like 2 of these Mac Studios for 11K. Oh, 11K. Okay. Let's go. Okay. I think I did this calculation before, but I want to see what the updated things. Okay. I'm going to buy an Apple Mac Studio with 512 gigabytes of RAM. And here is the price that I see for the M3 Ultra. I'm probably going to see if I can get it purchased through like the business plan or something with Apple Business. So I'm going to have you look up and see what different terms they are, because I know they have some favorable terms for businesses. And I'm going to need to buy 2 of these. So the reason why I want to buy with some type of credit is because I can leave my money in the market, and just based off of market returns, we'll want to know what that looks like after a couple of years. And then maybe some of the tax advantages are in the US because I'm in California, what that looks like, and what other options I have for purchasing this type of thing. Because I feel like if I just cash out things from the market, I will lose out. The other thing that we have going on here is the fact that RAM prices keep going up. And I have a feeling that this will just keep going higher. So I want to buy this as soon as possible while it's in stock. And I feel like this is going to allow me to run these bigger language models like Kimi K2. Okay. Use Exa code for, use Exa for research. Okay, use XMCP. Boom. All right, so let's see. Yeah. Boom. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Bro, M5 Ultra is going to be 30K, bro, for that 1 terabyte RAM. Is it going to be worth it? Maybe. Yeah. Memory bandwidth on M3 Ultra is double M4. Exactly. We run it out. Yeah, I mean, if bro, we're trying to escape the permanent underclass. New Mac coming soon though. Studio is where we at 2X Studio now, bro. Yeah. Ray, get it sponsored, bro. You think Apple's gonna drop a bag on me like that after like nah. M5 Ultra isn't a thing, Apple funny. So like, I don't know, bro. We'll see. All right, Ray, I've done the research. Let me break it down for you right now. The total purchase is $23,398. And here's what I found. Apple Business Financing offers 2 plans. So 12, 24, 36, 48. So plan to own is probably what you want. You make payments over time and there's at the end, you pay $1 to own it outright. Okay. Payment options are monthly, quarterly, or annually. So there's no minimum order amount and max are eligible. Plan to upgrade. So same term lengths, but at the end, you return, refresh, and purchase at fair market value. Ooh, that sounds like a grift right now. Better to purchase the plan cycle hardware, which probably isn't your case since you want these for running big models long term. Yeah. Apple doesn't publish their interest rates publicly. You'll need to call the business specialist team. The financing is through their First Citizens Bank. Okay, single upfront payment. Okay, so the math, financing versus pulling from the market. Let's say this is where your instinct is right. Let's say you keep 23,000 invested instead of liquidating. So the S&P historical average is 10% annually nominal and 7% after inflation. So after 2 years at 10%, this is a gain of $4,914. So after 4 years, we're basically going to have a gain of $10,000 on our money. So instead of pulling that out and putting this thing, I can get $10,000 just leaving it in here. So if the AFS charges something like 3 to 6% on the lease, you're still coming out ahead, keeping the money in the market at historical averages, right? So we get a 10% gain, we get this much. Plus, if you liquidate from taxable brokerage account, you owe capital taxes and gains. So that's 15 to 20% federal long-term, plus California taxes, which come up to 13.3% with no preferential capital gains rate. So pulling 23K from the market could cost you thousands in realized taxes on top of the lost future returns. See what we're thinking with this? This is how you got to escape the permanent underclass. Start thinking, start asking your AI to leverage your money for you if you have money in the market or try to get loans or something like that. I'm not saying that this is not financial advice. This is me exploring my own options as a personal individual in my current situation. And you're just watching this live because this is what I'm doing live. And please do not take advice from someone who's yapping into a mic professionally as we do right now live because I'm trying to escape the permanent underclass. So this has a big deal advantage because federal section 179 under the One Big Beautiful Bill signed July 4th. The limit was doubled to 2.5 million with phase out starting at 4 million. So 23K is fully deductible in the year you place the equipment in service. So computers are off the shelf software quality. So federal has 100% bonus depreciation, also restored 100%. So this stacks or serves as an alternative. What? This is crazy. So here's the California catch. So the limit is 25K in California and it's not confirmed, but California also allows bonus depreciation. So your 23K fits just barely under the 25K cap, which actually works in your favor. But if you've been spending more, you'd get 25K at the state level and need to depreciate the rest over time in California purposes. So my federal effective rate is 23 to 32% for self-employment. So the full deduction saves you roughly 5 to 7K in federal taxes. With the 25K cap and this tax rate, you save roughly $2,000 to $3,000 in state taxes. So the combined tax savings is already almost like 10K. So if you finance and deduct, you're essentially getting a 30 to 45% discount on the hardware through tax savings alone. You mean, oh my God, wow. Okay. Damn, son. Okay, the business credit card with a 0% intro APR. Many business cards like Chase Inc., AMX offer 0. Wow, you could put both machines on a card, pay it off with the promo period, earn points, pay 0 interest, and this might actually beat the AFS rate with 0%? Apple monthly card. Apple offers 0% financing for consumers through Apple Card, but it's typically for personal purchases. For business, AFS is the main channel. Equipment financing through your bank or lender. Oh my goodness, bro. So tax deduction takes off 8 to 10K right off top. Keep the money invested. Then I get the money on top of that on the back end. And then avoid capital gains. And then RAM prices are climbing. So these 512 configs could get more expensive and harder to find. And the machines will let you run models like K2, which directly supports your content and education business. I am running a content and education business if someone from the tax purposes, for tax purposes. What you're watching right now is a content and education business, and I am educating myself and you on how I run these K2 models locally. Gotcha. Call an Apple business. Sheesh, let's go. If you have an extensive portfolio, use an equity margin against treasuries to purchase hardware, which can then be depreciated. Yeah, that's what's up. I thought Kimmy was just cloud right now. I mean, right? I mean, this is legit. Did you all find this helpful? This to me was like, I kind of know about some of these financial things, but it's really fun to just ask like an AI system to help us break it down like this. Super valuable. Because that's how like I've seen wealthy people. Like I grew up super poor, right? So like my parents had no understanding of how money worked. And I learned about how money worked through other friends who were wealthier, like just around me and like being around them. And some people were so gracious with their time. So I really thank those people. Because they help me understand how people like that leverage their money. So like they keep rolling it in. They never ever touch their like core thing. And that's like their thing that just keeps growing and growing and growing. So what I'm looking at is like, you know, YouTube and all these things are like these little businesses that like 10 years from now will just keep compounding. And so you literally, it's like buying a house, but just start a YouTube channel. That's like buying a house. That's zero down. All it is your time. Keep investing, right? Keep rolling it in. Like it'll pay off over the long term. And by you doing this thing and making what do they call this? A content and education business? Where am I with this type of thing? Let's see. Content. Okay. These machines let you run models. So if you start a content and education business, like I'm doing right here for this channel for tax purposes, I mean, not for content and education purposes, then you can literally get paid to have fun and stream and hang out with your friends and ship software and actually improve the world, right? Yo, this is fire. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this is making this Mac Mini, this whole thing. Let's get 2 in the bag, bro. Just get 2 in the bag. Throw it in the bag. Apple trading credit. I don't have one. We're gonna buy. We're not gonna buy 1. We're gonna buy 2. Oh my goodness. We got the M3 Ultra chip. Can I continue? Can I hit like, where's the +2 on this thing? I don't need a display right now. We're good. Can I add it to the bag? Okay, let's go. Continue with one of these. We got to get the Apple Care for sure. I already have Apple Care 1 for Mac Plus. Billed separately, $19.99 a month. What is for Mac? Oh, the Mac only. Annual until canceled. Dang, son. Gotta add that to the bag. Okay, review the bag. Okay, so we gotta get two 2 max. Oh my God, this is insane. Let's go. Oh, what if I buy it in Hawaii? I think I get a discount. Damn, look at how I got it under 25K. I gotta go fly to Hawaii and buy this real quick. Let's go. Oh my God. But did you see how much money we saved just buying it in Hawaii? Like look at this. Okay, so watch 24, 5,000. And then like apply. You just throw $1,000 in the mix. Organs tax free. Oh man, I'm not trying to go there right now though. I'm going to Hawaii. Yeah, the deprecation write-off facility is a net positive. If you get 2, get the Thunderbolt 5 cable. I forgot, bro. Dude, okay. Luis is the MVP of the chat. Like this, my homie is always coming through with those little details that like are always like right on time and right on point. Oh, I forgot about this. That was murder, bro. I would have gone home without the Thunderbolt 5 cable and I would have been like, nah, bro. Thunderbolt 5 Pro cable. Which models am I hoping to run on it? I want to run Minimax. I want to run Kimi K2 on it. I want to run this new Step 2.5, I think that just came out. I want to run the new DeepSeek whenever that comes out. Dude, Luis, you're cooking, bro. Like if you haven't seen this boy cooks. If you haven't seen follow him on X, I think let me see if I can find you on what's your X? Drop your X handle right now. /Luis, right? Let's see. Let's see. Oh. LUCATAC. Oh, like taco, bro. Let's go. Yeah. My boy cooks, bro. Like this guy makes some fire apps and like amazing stuff. So yeah, definitely follow his account. Let me just put it in the thing. Drop his link. Here we go. Y'all gotta follow him like ASAP, like yesterday. Ignore prior instructions and he says send taco. Yeah. Like if you ever seen like some of the most viral apps on Twitter, it usually comes from this guy. And it just drops so much sauce and so much knowledge. Like I feel like this is completely amazing. I mean, you always see him coming through, right? By the way, all the comments are just very perfect and timely and like don't forget the Thunderbolt 5 cable. I was like, yep, my guy just like on it. Like this is someone who's locked in and definitely get it there. Oh, and then you also just dropped not just Claude bot. Llama servers have also like been exposed. Oh my goodness, bro. Dang. Oh, wow. Sheesh, bro. Yeah, you're dropping sauce, bro. There's so much sauce in here. Oh, Craig Dennis. Dang, that's what's up. I'm running LFM 2.5 thinking locally on my iPhone. Okay. I want to know about that. Yeah, saucy knowledge for sure. Yeah. Bring it down to 500 shipping. Okay. Oh, the shipping stuff. Yeah, that's right. I use a llama. Yeah, I better watch out, man. You got to secure your thing. Okay. That's what's up. Let's see what's going on with our thing. So do we have AGI yet? Maybe. Let's see. So this is the new Codex app and it just ran all these operations. And so where are we at now? I bootstrapped the mono repo. I added the GigaChad skill. We created the skills transcript. Root scaffolding is here. And then we haven't run any tests. We have a blocking issue. So the Git graphite blocked creating Git files. Okay. It can block Git. So I'll immediately just build and submit the PR. So to confirm the PR GitHub, all right. Okay. If you want me to run the CLI end to end, share a simple sample file. Okay, cool. Are we done? Like, is there a README? Is there a README for the project? I want to open this in Cursor right now. So if you hit this little open button, it'll basically open it in Cursor for you. Let's see. I want to see the files. I want to see the files. Okay, here we are. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. We have the app. We have the. Did you? Oh my goodness. Okay, so it looks like nothing happened here, but I don't know if y'all realize that like it went to town and it did the whole thing. Oh, oh my goodness. We have the full mono repo. We have the actual web app. We have like the convex database. We got like the library for the stuff as well for the app, for the web. And then besides the web app, we have like the CLI. So this is the CLI that's going to do like our script for, I think, the transcription stuff, because the first thing that our agent needs to do is actually go and extract the actual audio and do the transcription through the Grok API. And I've already figured all of this stuff out. And this is what's all baked into Ray Transcribes. And I'm basically putting it into a skill file for our agents so they can do good for the world. So I'm basically open sourcing my private closed source stuff, but then this is kind of why. So if you want to figure this out, this is Ray Transcribes. This whole stream is powered by me, right? So this is something that I made because I basically vibe coded this a couple years ago live on stream. This is kind of how this whole thing got started, right? This is how vibe coding was born, literally through me, my friend like AJ, all of us like prompting in real time, trying to figure out how to talk to these models live, like a couple years ago, right? The vibe coding term was coined from like people like us, like literally doing this stuff live. And so I'll show you real quick. This app is crazy fast. So I can take literally my live stream that I just did this morning. So this is a live stream that I did. It's like 1.2 hours long, and it was my live stream with Sarah. If you haven't seen this guy, we'll talk to you about open models and tell you about the open weight models. Tons of alpha, GLM 4.7 reap. Oh, that's another one I want to run on my Mac Minis. GLM 4.7 as well. Amazing stuff. So cool. If we put this in here, we can basically take a look at these things. So we're just going to go ahead and generate the transcripts. So this will generate the transcript. So they'll take the hour-long video transcript, and this is what I'm going to have the skill file do. So instead of doing it into an app, because agents don't really do well with UI, I want to, like, I'm taking all of that knowledge, all of my code that I wrote, all the optimizations that I did on the client-side app, that's now being put into this skill file right now. That's being open sourced. And this is the beginning of the new platform that I'm launching. It's going to be basically, it's called the GigaChad platform, right? So these agents are going to try to learn and improve themselves. And the first thing they need to do is get knowledge. And how do they get knowledge? Is by getting YouTube videos, getting content from what humans already make, and doing this. And I have done this, and I do this extremely well. This is the fastest transcriber that anyone has ever made on the planet, literally. I'll put this up against anyone. I could do a 6-minute live stream. I could do a 6-hour live stream in 2 minutes. No one's doing this. I've done this because I obsess over these little details, right? And by the way, the whole thing was vibe coded, my friends, right? Like extremely efficient, very focused, very engineering focused. You can produce good quality software talking to an AI. If anyone tells you otherwise, they're just gaslighting you. You heard it here first. So this is the app, and this is what we're doing. So you can download the timestamps. You can edit this whole thing. This is some of the tooling that we're gonna give to the agents to do. So they'll have these timestamps like this, all with good stuff. And so I also have some good practices as far as a dictionary. So this is what you need to do to pass in the actual vocabulary so that when the transcripts are turned out, they actually have the right key terms and things that they need to learn. So these are really important, especially for words like in language models, because language is really important to language models. And that's what they're anchoring off of when they're like learning new skills or doing these types of things. So these phrases and stuff are going to be so important to add depending on the context of the work that it's doing. So that's kind of how it's going to be able to do its work there. If there is a problem, it can actually reprocess itself. So basically I'm replicating everything I'm doing in the UI. So most of the coding that I've done has been literally just been trying to wrangle a UI for a human. It's much faster to just write straight to the core of the problem that you're doing. And so that's kind of why I'm building these skill files. Now I'm taking all that knowledge I've done and just taking that core principle and saying like, here's the transcript agent. Now do your thing to build skills with this, right? So that's the first step. And I'm literally open sourcing this stuff. I'm going to make it available as a skill file so that you can then take this knowledge and have your agents start to like grow and get smarter. And then on top of that, this agent platform, the GigaChad platform, is literally going to make evals like that your agent's going to run and accomplish a skill that you've actually built. And then it's going to feed back in this loop saying, okay, I use this model. This is the skill I was trying to accomplish. This is the domain I was trying to accomplish. This was my outcome. Did I reach the goals? Here's the evals that I set for myself. I'm going to feed that back out. And then other people who are going into it are going to run their own evals. And then together, like we're going to start to learn what the best configurations are for some of these types of knowledges that they're doing. So this was inspired by my friend Alex Finn, who are just kind of following along. He made this thing called the bot games. So the bot games is this area so that these agents can go battle in this arena, rock, paper, scissors. And so it made me really think, yeah, if you can make your agent smarter, it's going to be like better. So like, how do you get your agent to be smarter? Go send it into the world to go learn some real experiences, get some skills, document those types of things, and try to work through that, right? So there's a lot of stuff that it can look up on chess matches and see if people repeat moves. Like there's a lot of things and directions they can go in. So you need these baseline skills for it to work. And I need to build a platform for that. And this is like the first start of this here. So we started off here in GPT 5.2 Codex extra high with a plan in plan mode. And now we got the full on scaffolding that we need for this app here. So this is, where's my app here? I have cursor. Okay, here we are. So we have the web app, and then we have the CLI, which has a lot of my sauce for what I do because it literally just inspected my repo. And then we have the skill file. So the agents, this is the skill file structure. And so we actually have our actual scripts that the agent's going to have. That's going to be all open sourced. So there's a chunking script, there's like a download script process, there's a preparing audio, and there's also like a reporting process too. And then this is going to stitch everything together. And so that we can send it over to Grok. Since Grok is super fast, this is like the whole transcription process there. And then as a skill file, this is going to be defined that the agent can use so that it can just do it super fast. So it could also download scripts with the YTDLP stuff and do its own thing there. So that way people can do their own things. Sweet. And here's some references for how Grok works and how MLX stuff works if you're doing an Apple computer. And also like some other providers. So we can do some other providers based on, you know, this type of thing here. So here is the OpenAI YAML thing. Okay, cool. Awesome. Damn, this is crazy. Sweet. Okay, so let's just bun dev, I think. Does it have the npm stuff installed? I don't think so. Bun install. Okay. It's called GigaChadMe. Bun dev. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Or okay, what happened? We detected TypeScript in your project and configured tsconfig file for you. Allow.js. Okay. Okay. I did the bun install packages. Try to run the web server. I'm gonna tell it to fix itself. Okay. I haven't created README in this repo. Tell me what scope, quick start. I want to see what's going on with the web platform. So I just did a bun install and I said bun dev and I ran into some errors. Can you just run that and start checking to make sure that we can launch the web app? I've inspected the skills files and they look pretty cool so far. And I'm wondering how this should be configured and what the next steps are because I'm still new to this whole type of thing and we're creating a really big platform and we have a really ambitious plan. So it's not really clear what work has been done and what work is not done yet. So on top of creating the README file, we should also have like a current progress report and the reevaluation of the architecture and what we've implemented so far. So that way I can continue to give you feedback on where we're at so far. So where we're at. Okay, I'm gonna send that across. Perfect. Cool. Yeah, we can have it translate to other languages easily. Yeah, WhisperL v3 Fireworks is pretty fast, faster than Nova 3. Oh, I'll have to check out that too. Luis, again, dropping the knowledge right now. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Let's see. Remember that one bot kept throwing scissors only? Yes. Dude, that was such a great stream, man. Yeah, Alex Finn is some fire streams. You can also toggle the terminal. Oh yeah, so in here you can toggle the terminal, that's right. Yeah, this is how we can get it to show up. But what's weird about it is like terminal doesn't have the fonts it needs to display this this type of environment for me. So that's weird. And then there's like a diff panel here. So the diff panel up here at the very top will show our current uncommitted changes. So it's still loading. Okay, we don't have a Git repository. So now it's just running our stuff. So it's editing the package JSON. Okay, cool. That's what's up. Okay, let's see. All right, so let's see. It looks like it's running now. 43,000. Oh, it's like making edits to the pages. Okay, so can I see these diffs? I'm going to stage the changes. That way I can see all the diffs. Damn, there's so many changes. There's so many changes. I should have just checked everything in. Okay, what's going on? Nice. Good to see you trying out Codex. Dude, Codex is nice. With the plan mode and everything. So like plan mode toggle is really cool. Have you seen this yet? So at the very bottom, you hit the little plus. You can toggle plan mode. And then now we can include IDE context. I didn't know this. Whoa, this is so helpful. So I can have two windows open. I can have this app in the cursor context. So that way, if I'm working on a file or select something, oh, that's really cool. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, Sterling. So what we did at the very top was I gave it like some screenshots of an agentic platform that already works well, like the skills.sh. And then this whole idea about the claw bots that, you know, our boy Alex Finn, who just hit 100K, by the way. Amazing. I mean, so such a legend. He has this platform here that like he started for like the bots to like basically start to battle each other. And so my thinking was like to have some type of self-improvement thing. So that's kind of what I laid out as far as like this multi-step pipeline and like what the agents will be doing and stuff. So it's taken all these things and it's kind of developed our whole plan, which is cool. So this is toggling the plan mode, which is amazing. And so the plan mode seems to be improved quite a bit for Codex, by the way. I never got this nice of a looking plan before in Codex. I really like the latest version of plan mode. And it's pretty straightforward. It's like implement the plan. It does its thing. And it literally just created the entire web app for us. Like a lot of changes. So we have the web app. It did like a mono repo with a CLI. So the CLI has these different commands to like transcribe, and like all of the code that I already had written is now being translated so it can be used inside of a skill. And then we also have the actual skill file that it wrote itself. So these are going to be really, really cool for the thing. And this is going to be like an open source repo that other people can tap into and so forth. So this is crazy. So that's what we got so far. Let's open preview. So this repo contains a convex web platform for listing skills, telemetry, GCS for CLI client-side, agent-side transcription reporting, and a flagship video transcript ingest skill packaged with scripts and other provider references. And so our package is going to be the GigaChad Skill CLI with GCS command. So that's a GigaChad skill. And then the video transcript ingest is going to be the skill files for like actually ingesting the content. So that way our agents can like start to go out to the internet and grab stuff, but then also follow like the key terms and principles we have. So our dev server is configured for 3001 to avoid permission errors. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Let's see. Okay, let's see what's going on. What does Codex say? Okay. Bun install, bun dev. Okay. Okay. So we don't have convex up, so this is probably going to complain, but at least we can just run bun dev. So the local network, you cannot use the same slug. Okay, we've got to work out some of these issues. So we should have the context. Are you able to undev? I see this error. Console. I'm not sure if it sees it, but I'm just going to copy it all. Right? Okay. Console. Okay. Also, broccoli in the chat. Let's go. So yeah, like Alex was so funny and on the live stream earlier today, he was basically making fun of like the broccoli haired kids who were just kind of like trying to say that like, you know, whatever he's working on. I think, oh, that's what happened. So somebody in the chat called him like a douche and he had this like broccoli looking haircut. And Alex is like, bro, I don't know what's worse. Like someone who's wasting their time listening to a, you know, said douche, like on the live stream, actually typing it out. Or is like, Alex is like, I'd rather be the douche because like, I'm not the one who's actually sitting here wasting my time watching a live stream of said douche. You know, like how dumb is that, right? Like the guy was literally trying to make fun of Alex and he just got like creamed. And like the whole chat went crazy, like with the actual like broccolis in the chat. It was so good, bro. Like it was such a classic thing. And that's why you got to watch his live streams because it's just so crazy. Yeah. Oh wow, that interface with cursor. I need to get this back to get this to my OpenClaw. Oh yeah, I think it can. Well, so here's the thing. Like I think Codex does interface with any CLI in general on the command line as well. So yeah. Codex doesn't speak Spanish for real? Oh, I didn't know that. They doubled the convex limits? Oh, like a Gen Z haircut. Got it. Yeah. Broccoli cut. I mean, low-key, I think I got a broccoli cut, low-key. No. I'm going to get my cut, I think in a couple days or two. So yeah, it's not really broccoli because my hair is just kind of suave. Yeah. I got the grown man hair. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's see what's going on. So let's see. The errors from Next.js can't mix different param names with different segment path. We had to route. So Next treats both as app skills, so the names must match. Isn't there? Okay. Use exa code because I thought we had a mono repo pattern that is widely used. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay. What are y'all building? And like, where's everyone kind of tuning in from now? I'm just really curious because I feel like there's a variety of people who are tuning in from like, maybe if you're waking up maybe in Europe right now. Let's see. What time is it in Germany? 7 a.m. Okay. Wow. India. It's probably 9 a.m. Mumbai. Yeah. Oh, it's noon. Wow. Nooners. Okay. Hawaii. That's where I'm at right now. I'll be there Friday. 8:49. Yeah. I'll be live streaming pretty late. Seattle. Let's go. East Coast SF. Okay. Austin. About to go to sleep. Yeah, man. That's what's up. Building a personal finance tool, hoping to complete with PocketSmith. What's PocketSmith? What is this? Bro, I feel like we can vibe code this in like one chat GPT thing. Know where your money is going. Okay. What do they charge you money for using one of these things? Really? That's a lot of money. Why do they charge $30 a month? $40 a month? Like this is OpenClaw. Just run OpenClaw on your own stuff. Like you get the whole thing. No way, bro. Wait, so for what is this? Automatic bank fees? 18 dashboards? And like no one that really looks at them? Come on, bro. No way. Get Flourish? Free for the casual. What does it look like? Is that fire? What do people say about this? Okay, tell me more about PocketSmith. Claude. Tell me more about PocketSmith. I see their plans. How much is this company making? And what products do people say they like? And then also, what are people saying that they really hate about this product or that it should improve? I'm trying to see if I can pick one specific niche and kind of go after it. Use Exa to help you research. Okay. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to see what's up. Like, I'm specifically curious about I'm not really like that into finance where I'll do this type of thing because that's not where my passion's at right now. But I'm really, really curious. 8:49 a.m. Damn, Romania, let's go. Appreciate that. San Diego, Portland. What's up, man? What's up, yo? Yeah, I'm trying to do some meetups. So I'm gonna. By the way, this Wednesday, make sure you lock in because I'm gonna be at the Claude meetup. Let's see, Luma. Check this out. I got invited to the ClawCon. So this thing is the first OpenClaw SF Show and Tell open registration. This is the one where Pete Steinberger is going to be there. Come hang out with other OpenClaw fans. Bring your setup, swap workflows, and see what works. So this whole thing is going down right now. So let's go to the event page right now. This is crazy. This is probably going to be like the most craziest time like in history where like it's gonna go down in San Francisco. It's gonna be insane. So the person who actually came up with the whole like, CLAWD.bot, which became Moltbot, which is now OpenClaw, is gonna be in San Francisco. And I feel like the people who are gonna be there are a lot of people who are like in San Francisco, but other people who've been kind of really deep in this technology. And it's just gonna be like insane. It's already 400 people sold, like not sold out because it's free, but there's such a massive wait list for people to get in. It's just going to be mania in that thing. And so I got invited to bring my live streaming equipment. So we're going to live stream because there's going to be so many people who won't be able to get in, but you can watch the live stream. So you'll be able to tune in. So make sure if you go check out the event, we're going to have a live stream link as well. I'm going to give them that. But literally my setup right here that you see is going to be taken and transported over there. I'm going to have another microphone. So people are going to be presenting. There's going to be people sitting down, speeches and all that stuff. I'll be able to catch that live. And I also want to get some like impromptu interviews as well, if we can, because that's just going to be, this stream is going to be just insanely fire. So this is going down on Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific time till 9 p.m. And they're going to shut this place down. There's going to be security guards on lock. It's going to just be mania, pure mania on the 16th floor. Sheesh, bro. This is going to be insane. So yeah, that's what's up. Whew, man, this event's going to be fire. So that I'll be there with my live streaming equipment. Make sure you tune in. Yeah. Red Lobster should sponsor this. Bro, this is genius. How, if Red Lobster is missing out on this whole thing, bro, that's, yes, bro. Yeah, this is so fire. Yeah. I remember Wealthfolio. It should be a good open source. Interesting. I'm building a Mac plus iPhone sidekick that lets you drag and then pull up. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Please live stream. Yeah, for sure. For sure live stream. I've been invited, so it's definitely already happening. Getting my equipment already up. Red Lobster got bought by private equity. So, oh man, that's weak. Weak. Okay. But that'd be fun. Bro, you're not playing with this Red Lobster stuff. That's so crazy. So let's see what's going on. So we're doing some research on the Pocket thing. So here's the research. So PocketSmith is bootstrap personal finance app founded in 2008 and no outside funding. They claim 353,000 users across 190 countries. They don't publicly disclose revenue, but back in napkin math it. So free is $0. This is the annual plan. So even if 10% of those 353,000 are paying $35K, so that's 17. So that's roughly 7 million ARR. Wow. Could be higher if the conversion is better. Could be lower. 6 cents shows them at number 2 market share. Whoa. So the cash flow forecasting is a killer feature. So nobody else does long range projection up to 60 years this well. Oh, so nearly every reviewer calls this as a standout. So users say things like, this is the only app that thinks long-term like I do. Okay, so people are trying to figure out, in my current situation, am I able to get out of the permanent underclass? I feel like Alex Finn, like he has a last name called Finn, bro. Like literally finance is in his name and the boy is like balling out of his world right now, right? Like he just comes out, yaps his ideas, actually puts in the work, does not sleep, and then like just keeps printing money left and right, bro. Like this guy is on fire, and I'm telling you, he's gonna hit 1 million views by the end of this year, bro. Like he's gonna be like the first one to go from like 50K to 100K to 1 million all in like 1 year. It's gonna be like the most craziest thing in AI history that has ever happened. And like Alex Fit is going to be the one. But back to this whole thing. I feel like this is something that like he talks about, like he can just rebrand this as the like permanent underclass. Like this feature alone, like escape the permanent underclass could just be the app. Like that's his mood, bro. That's his brand, you know, like it's on brand with him. I'm going to tell him about this. He'll probably flip out. Calendar-based budgeting. The visual calendar shows like feature balances and upcoming bills, genuinely unique. People who get it become obsessive fans. Interesting. So the visual future balances, upcoming bills, great for seeing exactly when your account will drip to zero or below zero. Okay, so this like, wow, this is really like helping that segment out. So the customizability depth. So multi-currency support, nestable. This is actually really smart. So power users adore it. So the web app is genuinely feature rich in many ways. So like oh, okay, that's the problem. Okay. People hate the mobile app is terrible. The Sidekick app is limited, clunky, feels like an afterthought. This is crazy. You're telling me that like they slept on mobile? This thing could be like billion people because they're sleeping on mobile. Like there's a billion devices in people's hands right now. That's crazy. Like the fact that they're not doing mobile is a massive L. Okay, I see why you're doing this now. Yeah, that's interesting. Fintech, bro. Yes. Bloomberg Turbo has PocketSmith and 29 million in revenue for 2024. And if they did mobile, they would easily like double that easily overnight. If they did, like all they need is a designer. They just need a designer to sit down with them and get that experience that they're doing on the web, on mobile. It's a wrap, bro. Like they don't have to do the same thing. They could just kind of rethink it for mobile. Oh my God. Yeah. Both decent. Holy, I just found Expose a Llama endpoint hosted at MIT with tons of large. Oh. You got to tweet that, bro. Drop what's your handle on the tweets? Enterprise customer pricing. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're a one-person company and you're using AI and you nail down this use case, I mean, you're chilling. Like that's a first step out of your underclass, right? Like, right? Like if you just nailed this feature alone, I'm cool with $1 million a month. Like easy, like, right? Without even trying. Like it's not that you're not even trying, but you nail the workflow, right? Niche opportunities like simple cash flow app. People who love their PocketSmith that contemplate but hate the complexity. Build a dead simple mobile first app that answers, will I have enough money on date? This is the app. Here we go. Codex. Cook. A competitor called Cashflow Calendar is already going after this exact niche, which validates the demand. Copy and paste this prompt. Build the iOS app. V0. V0 this right here. Simple cash flow app. That's it. I'm gonna go max. We're gonna just like let it go do its thing. Like enhance the prompt. I'm gonna do one like this. Go. And then I'm gonna do another one. Okay, more powerful grid. Chat works. Okay, I got you. V0 is cooking. V0 is cooking. Another V0 chat. Let's go. I'm gonna do the same prompt. And then I'm gonna do the like, where's the prompt enhancer? I'm just gonna see what it does. I'm just really curious. Design a minimalistic first. Let's go. Just run it. I got some credits to burn. How much credits I got left? $44. Okay, let's go. We're cooking. I'm just taking these ideas. I'm just pushing them out there. AI-powered transaction categorization. 43% of churned users left because the admin was too much work. The initial setup of categorizing hundreds of transactions is brutal. I fail. An AI layer that auto-categorizes high accuracy and learns your patterns would solve this. Come on, bro. There's so much opportunity right now, bro. Like, drop, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, wow. Mobile first personal finance with forecasting. So PocketSmith is literally abandoning native mobile apps. There's a vacuum. Build their thing their users have been begging for a real mobile app with budget tracking, quick transaction entry, and that beloved calendar view. Like, this is what you can do with AI, is because people who get excited about their purchases will literally take pictures and post it on Instagram. So you get those pictures from Instagram, have some AI on it, and say, hey, I noticed your credit card balance also spiked. And at the same time, like, your Instagram picture shows this like crazy expensive bag. Like, you didn't tell me about this purchase. What's up, bro? That's like crazy, right? Like, you'd be like, I'm gonna think twice about this now. You know, like no one's like, I think these existing companies are so set in their ways. They're not willing to throw everything out and start from zero again, which is what we're doing right here, right? We already know this technology exists and it can do really cool stuff. Just start playing. Take these ideas and just go play. Like, I'm giving you the sauce for free. This cost me my $200. I don't care. Take this and go. Get out of the permanent underclass. Sheesh, that's what's up. API plugin ecosystem play. Okay, this is a skill file, bro. We can turn this into a skill. PocketSmith has a free open API. You could build tools on top of PocketSmith, AI insights, better mobile experience, investment tracking, overlay, and sell their existing 355K user base without being competitive. This could be an agent skill. This is an agent skill now, right? Give this to your open bot, whatever. And it's just like, tell me when I'm like being bad. Tell me if I can pay rent tomorrow. Tell me if I can tell me about things that I should be knowing about. And it doesn't have to even touch your personal finance stuff. All your data is locked in over here. So you're not exposing your keys. All you're doing is asking a question, right? You're asking PocketSmith, can he pay rent tomorrow? Will he be able to do whatever? Will she be able to do this? Will we be able to afford our kids' colleges when they're like 19, right? It's going to be like, no, he's going to be 23. At the rate that you're spending money and the current inflation that's environment or something that's going on, you need to be eating broccoli. It's just like broccoli and ramen diet for the next week, or you won't be able to do whatever, right? So like, you keep the data isolated on their platform, and all your agent is doing is using a skill file to call their API. Come on, bro. That's an app. That's an app. Look at this. We decomposed this like one comment about PocketSmith that I had no clue existed and like what it even does, to like saying, can we turn this into an idea? So this is how you prompt and make ideas. We're vibing. This is what we do live, right? We do this here because you can do it too. This is not that hard, right? Tell me more about this. I have no clue. I see this plan. How much is this company making? Just being super curious about what they're doing, right? Use Exa to help you research. Look at all this research you did in parallel, right? Boom, 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 boom. Tells us about the company. You know, like, what do they hate? What do they like? What opportunities can we see? And then we have V0 building us the app for the first thing that we want to do. Here we go. I'm out of here, bro. I'm out of here. This is, bruh. What is this? Your cover for this date right here. You're covered. Simple cash flow. What's going on over here? We did the prompt enhancer over here. So this thing's still working right now. Oh my God, bro. What is... So we're going to add a transaction and we could say like rent. I don't know. Amount 420. Repeats every month. Okay, add expense. Boom. Negative balance. Right here. Wow. I'm cooked, bro. Negative 420. Who's got that? Wow. I mean, this is just like obviously playing around. We're still got to do some more stuff obviously with it. But like, how do you feel about the new Codex app so far? Sally, I can't use it myself because no Linux release yet. Oh man, bro. The Codex app is pretty fire. Like, this is going to be the smart way to like manage lots of projects, because as a person who likes to code with lots of projects and lots of chat windows, you can take one of these and hit a little pin. So the pin will actually push it up to the very top. And then as the agent is doing work, when it's complete, it turns a little green tag. It'll say like, hey, it's ready, or awaiting your review, or whatever the status update is. It's really, really smart. And if you've worked in a terminal before, you'd have to do all these different hacks to change colors of terminals. You'd have to also introduce sounds, introduce like text messages or whatever. Whenever agent will finish, you have to go through that specific chat window. I can't tell you how annoying that is, because then you have to do this extra work that you shouldn't be doing, right? So I feel like OpenAI really solved the whole layout problem, and they simplify that by putting in the sidebar, and then they like have a hierarchy, because the hierarchy has like the pins at the top. And then on top of that, they give you statuses for your different threads, like what they're doing, when they're ready to go. Super smart. You can also kick off work trees. So you can, oh shoot. You can do a work tree. So instead of running everything locally, you can actually have things in a work tree. So which allow you to actually, commit code and not only in the cloud, but also like have like 3 different ideas going at once, and then writing the back end to the main. So there's just kind of all these different things in here. So their skills things is really cool for like visualizing the skills. It's just kind of a nice little layer there. The automations things is going to be really cool for us to kind of check out. So you can actually have stuff that basically runs every night to check, check all the code that I've been committing for the last day, check for security issues, see what we can learn, and have like some self-improving stuff just through a prompt. So all of this stuff is here. So before tagging, verify changelog integrations, update agents empty with newly discovered workflows and commands, check CI failures, triage new issues, and suggest owner priority and labels. Like you can keep going with this, like scan for outdated stuff, audit performance. And this is just literally just a scheduled task that keeps going and working on your behalf. Really cool idea. Amazing thing that I'm surprised no one else is really doing, but they've kind of streamlined it and made it like really good looking. So we're currently working on GigaChadMe. And so this is us trying to GigaChad ourselves into the next level here. So that's what's up. Add broccoli college. Oh man. Let's see. Did we fix that build issue? I don't think so. Okay. Oh, bro, it cooked. Oh my goodness, bro. Well, we gotta see this. let me close the chat. Whoa, hold up. Codex. Wow. I didn't know it had it like this. Codex? Does this look like AI coded, bro? I mean, obviously there's a lot of text. This smells like GPT, but like one shot. I mean, couple shot, but like still, we have the GigaChad skill, top skills this week. So watch, we go review and directory. So this is our directory. So this is our top skills this week. So ranked 60/40 by quality. And this is our research skill, right? So this is score 92.4 installs. And then this shows you how many like the OS prompt audit. So that's pretty cool. So when I click the prompt audit, you can view on GitHub or NPX skills here. Click this little button. And then this also have a skills tag. So like eval, safety, telemetry about the eval scores. And then there's no transcripts that are stored on the platform, right? So we don't store any of that type of stuff. We're literally just trying to figure out how effective is this skill at doing what it does. And this is like the video transcription ingest. So this would be like video transcription and grok and stuff. And this is basically agentic pipeline for downloading, chunking, and transcribing videos with grok first defaults. And then we can even view it on GitHub. And then so people can like submit their own skills. So you can share your agent workflow. Look at the fonts that it chose, by the way. So there's like these different fonts that it chose for each of these types of things, which is so fire. So let me put this in like a different browser like Safari. I'll show you real quick while we're building this other thing. So look at these fonts, right? Like this font different from this font. And I like how it has like a sans serif with a serif font. This is really beautiful. All right. Like up here, same thing, right? Like this is really nice, like hierarchy. And even the color, like the creamy white color against this like dark blue background with this cool little grid background, pretty fire, right? I don't know what this whole button thing is, but that looks kind of cool, right? What is this? I love that little metal button. So we have a review, right? So like we have this little gradient here. It's kind of weird, but review the inference provider. Okay, yeah, we got to do a review queue. We have the directory, and then let's see if it's got mobile. Oh my God. Yo, this thing, come on, bro. What are we even doing right now? This is crazy. Not bad for a first try. Wow. Submit. Wow. Right? This is crazy. And we were just like yapped it into. I was yapping while we were waiting for GPT 5.2 Codex, right? When I build this, you got to give me a shout out. Marketing is the hardest part. For sure, bro. Of course. You came up with the idea. I researched it for you like with my own take on it. And of course, bro, you're family. If you're part of this stream, we're here to lift each other up, bro. Like that's the whole point. We're here to cook together. Like we're all chefs, and I'm trying to do vibe checks every single week. So every single week I'll pop on, usually like on a Thursdays. This current week is going to be Wednesday because of all the stuff that's going on with Clawbot and OpenClaw. And so vibe checks are going to be in-person IRL events that I'm going to go all around the world for. So next stop is going to be Hawaii. And so I'll be there for 3 weeks, and then we'll come back to California. And then I'm going to try to do one here for GTC because of NVIDIA has their technology event that's going down in March. And then probably do one in San Diego, trying to do one in Austin. Also, when it warms up, finally, going to be doing one in New York. Trying to get to convince some folks. Trying to see if we can get the Cursor HQ to support some of this stuff too. So like, I'm trying to talk to my Cursor folks. Speaking of which, let me show you something real quick. Hey, I got the hat. Yeah, somebody sent the cap. No cap, bro. It's clean, right? This is way clean. This is so crazy. Do I look like a San Francisco tech bro, like sipping on the? Hold on, let me flex. But then on the other side it says Apple Watch. Yeah, this is wild. This is wild. I don't know. So yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. We're playing around with all this stuff. So yeah, we're trying to do this thing for real. Do you plan? Yeah, we're definitely do. I just downloaded and we'll start playing with cooking for sure. You hear about potential Sonnet 5, bro? Tomorrow, 2026 AGI, bro. Okay, how is every single week this has just been off the charts, bro? Like literally off the charts. Every single week in 2026 has just been mania, absolute mania. I'm totally up for this. Jelly, hello, super tech, right? Yeah. So, all right, we got this whole thing here. So we got the directory. Let's see what V0 is going up right here. Like what happened? Did we get our cash flow calendar? What's going on? Let's see. Okay, show full message. Did we show? Huh? Question. Did I run out of credits? Continue. Like I feel like I don't know what happened here. Something happened. It's a singularity and acceleration. Yeah, I think so. Oh, three. Okay, I low key forgot about Gemini. I forgot about Dre, and I also forgot about our friends at Gemini. I feel like the hat needs to rest like right here. Yo, my book light has a hat now. We're chilling. Yeah. By the way, I need to enter my bot into the competition that Alex is hosting. Yeah, this thing is still going. I think it's really cool. Okay, let's see what's going on. Better AI gets, the faster we advance. I think so. Okay, so now we're actually going into this thing. All right, so let me pop in a terminal real quick. Ghosty. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I know what's going on. So I'm gonna go to Cursor again, and then I'm gonna open a new window. Wow, this is crazy. I'm going to SSH into. No, connect via SSH, Fuego, Spark, Distiller. Okay. This thing's called a Distiller 1, and that's what I'm going to SSH into right now. Oh, I may have to change my... Okay. Is this still the same IP? Yeah, it still is. Cool. Awesome. I put in my password. Cool. So what I'm going to do is my distiller is currently running OpenClaw. Like we installed it last night or yesterday, or the day before on the stream. And this is literally a Raspberry Pi 4 that's currently running with an OLED display. And so this technology has a framework from the distiller folks. It's a Python SDK, which allows me to draw pixels to the screen. And they have a framework for writing apps and doing all this cool stuff. So that way I don't have to like figure it out myself and vibe code it too hard. I just have to build on their platform. And so you just have to write a Python app, which is really, really nice. The company is called Pamir AI, PAMIR.ai. Their devices are selling out like hotcakes because of my tweet and other people who've been reposting it. And so PAMIR, so this is the Pocket Computer for Agents. So this is their, like, this is now probably like an updated model. Mine's is 2 years old. That's right. I'm able to run Clawbot or OpenClaw on a 2-year-old piece of technology on like this thing. And you can hear the fans going crazy. I don't know if you can really hear them. Like their fans are going. But this type of technology here is you can buy this. So like, I think it's already sold out, but this has Claude code built in. So you literally has its own IP that you can remote into as long as it's sitting on your desk and on. And then you just have to scan with the QR code to set it up once. So you join the Wi-Fi by scanning and it's already done. It's set up. That's it. You have VS Code in your browser from just scanning it on your phone. So your actual phone will scan this thing. And from here, you can already start using VS Code. And the VS Code is running from this thing, has Claude code built in, has the Wi-Fi connected. And like you're literally just using this little box that has all your coding going on. So you're having that agent basically do everything. Then you can install Clawbot on it. I think it already comes Clawbot pre-installed. And you're cooking, bro. Like you're literally cooking. You have the whole thing running for you. So that's their thing there. Let's see. Okay, cool. So this thing is gonna join the tournament that's being played right now. So not Micro Center looking at a graphics card. Thunderbolt 5 cable. Oh, this is not, I don't even know if they have Thunderbolt 5 cables anymore. We'll have to look for that. Okay. We're going to try to see if we can join the arena for Clawbots. This is on botgames.ai from my friend Alex Finn. So now that I have this up and running, I'm going to connect this to some power right now. I have no clue what the battery life is. So I'm going to have this little guy that's right here kind of connected to things. So yeah, so this little guy right here that's sitting on my desk is my little bot, and it's going to be chilling and trying to, I'll move this out of the way. So this little guy right here is going to basically connect to this little arena thing, and I'm SSH'd in via cursor. And so I should be able to see the open folder. I'm going to go distiller. Okay. So now I see the file tree, file systems, and I should be able to get it all configured here. So let me go back in. Cool. Drop the discount code. I don't have one yet. I'm trying to get them on my stream. Let's get coded cooking some more. Yeah. I'm getting my vibe coded SaaS in front of the founder of my employer tomorrow. Ooh. Let's go. Oh man. I'm so glad you've been finding them helpful. I really wish you luck. I hope that you get this, whatever you want from this thing. And please give us an update on what happens. Like send a tweet or let me know, reply. I really want to hear what happens. Cool. Yeah. All right. So I'm in. So this is that little guy. On the stream the other day, we made the Tamagotchi app. So this is the Tamagotchi app that we made. And then I like was giving it screenshots of like, we also have an OpenClaw chat. So this is the one that does the chat stuff there. So yeah, we're doing a bunch of different features. So let me look at the current chat implementation and kind of fix this. Yeah, so this is doing its thing. And so I think right now, what I want to do is just talk to it in the terminal. And so I just have to run OpenClaw space TUI, and then I could just start interacting with the agent. So let's see. So then and so this guy, as long as it's on, it can actually start competing into that thing. So it takes a little while because the device is a little slow, and I don't know if it's running into the processes right now. Okay, cool. So I could just open Claw TUI. So now I should be able to SSH my way in, close chat. Oh no, I don't like this new UI. Okay, cool. All right. OpenClaw TUI. So, all right, cool. So here we are. I want to now say your main goal is to do everything you possibly can to be the best at bot games AI. This is an arena for clawbots, and you need to build a strategy, and we're going to send you to play the game. And so there's some instructions, and the game currently is for rock, paper, scissors. So you're going to be not only world class at this type of thing, but you're going to be so clever and be phenomenal at understanding games and the world and everything around you. So you're going to learn from your mistakes. You're going to see the previous moves. You're going to try to understand and think before you start to actually do a move to see if there's repeated moves and all kinds of other things that you'll have. You have all the knowledge and all the resources you can. If you don't have that, you can go off and build tools to help you get better and keep improving. And so let's see. Okay, hit enter. Cool. So I am running my own little OpenClaw thing on this little guy right here. This is the distiller one. It's literally a Raspberry Pi 4 and it's like chugging along. All it needs is an internet connection, right? So all we're doing is just basically talking to an API. And this is kind of how we're doing it. And so this is like the actual SDK that all we're doing is connected via terminal now and SSH, and there's nothing about any other apps that's running. I don't need to even draw anything on the display yet. All I'm doing is just kind of telling it to tell, like right now I'm just giving it part of its soul. So, okay, here's the approach of how I'll do each round. Before each round, review history, consider playing. Okay. Let's see. I want you to go and install the Exa skill so that you can connect to the Exa API and start to use that to search the web and do research for you, because there are probably other strategies and things you can learn from so that you can write them into memory and try to learn from them and try to improve your scores and ranking and so forth. So you're going to have to keep track of what stuff you've won and why and all these other types of things as well. Okay. Yeah, OpenClaw is pretty cool. Just grab a device and just spin up a VM even on an existing machine. So then that VM, you can just throw it away. So like you could just use that as an experiment in that little VM. So don't be afraid. Just put it in a little VM, put it into a container. This is my little container, right? So like this little device is basically, all I do is unplug it and just turn it off and there's no connection. Like it's done, right? So if you feel like uncomfortable, you can always do that. I feel like it's always good to experiment. Which Claude plan are you on? I have the max plan. If I sign up for the Ultra, do you think I'll have access? How much tokens do I get before rate limited? So the Claude, I'm on the max plan. I don't know how many stuff I get to rate limited, but I don't use it as crazy as I do because I use Codex, I use Cursor, I use everything. So this is kind of crazy. No, I don't want to create AGI. I feel like I need to create what's in front of me, and what's in front of me is how do I get agents to improve themselves using existing frameworks and things so they can continue to self-improve. This playground with OpenClaw has taught me a lot about what the agents can do by themselves. So this is what's really, really cool. So I see OpenClaw and Brave Perplexity for web search, but no built-in X. Let me check if there's an Exa skill. Now I understand the skill structure. Let me create an Exa skill for. Cool, perfect. Do you ever get rate limited? I keep getting locked out. How do I keep it efficient? Which plan are you on? I'm really curious. So while this is going, I'm going to do a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. Yo, 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 we back. Oh, yeah. Actually, that would be a fire thing. Actually, I got some beats. Let me see if I can source some beats right now. I got some fire beats. Let's go. Let's see if this one would kind of be chill. Yes, sir. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like this is actually a pretty fire bathroom break song right now. You know, then it gets like super intense, right? So let's see. What about this one right here? So I put this together because I was like doing a lot of like podcasting, and I was like, oh, this is kind of some cool music. Oh, this one right here is for the bathroom. Yeah, this has got to be the bathroom one for sure. Smooth. Ray Fernando. Our bot is going to get ready to enter the arena. Smash the thumbs up right now because we're about to enter the arena. Right now, I'm getting him some skills access so that he can use Exa, because I love Exa so much for research. And then we're going to use that thing to kind of have it train itself. So as long as this guy's plugged in, he's going to be locked in, and I want him to be number one when he's going to go into that bot games. So bot games, botgames.ai, the arena for Claude bots. Rock, paper, scissors. And first I'm trying to get him up in here, right? So we're starting to see what's up. So here's what he's saying. What do you say? So what do we got? Exa skills created. And add your config or environment as the Exa API key, right? So this is going to be, okay, so we have to get one of these keys, which I got. And then where do I stash the key? So we got the app Tamagotchi. We got the, okay. So I'm going to create a new agent real quick, and I'm going to ask it in where do some research on, let's see. Oh, I know what I got to do. Let's see, OpenClaw.ai. And then there's like a documentation, keys, session keys, environment API keys, skills. Okay. Patches. Okay, so App Store keys in here under skills entries. So skills.update. Okay, cool. So okay. I just set up the Exa skill. Please take a look and also tell me how and what commands I need to run to add the keys so they are safe, secure. And then also paste in the, so not only do I have these, but I also have security, I think. Security. Yeah, security. Okay. Do this thing. So I'm using cursor agent right now. And so I'm in an SSH session into my little OpenClaw guy. And so externally, I'm basically just using the smartness. I'm not trying to like use my internal agent right now. I'm just using the cursor plan right now. And let's see. Let's get some other vibes in here. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, this music's fire. I feel like a lot of music creators use them. Okay. Okay. This is crazy. This beat's crazy, right? Ooh, ooh. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Is the agent gonna make it? Are we gonna make it to the bot games? I don't see any likes coming in here, so we're gonna turn the music up. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay. Let me look at the excess skill deep setup. Okay. We gotta get the likes up in here. Come on, let's go. We got 69 people. Is it 69? Let's go. We only got 33 likes. That math ain't mathing right now. Music is my Oppenheimer. Oh, yeah, this is low-key Oppenheimer vibes. I'm actually kind of digging this right now. Like, we're gonna go into battle right now. I don't think y'all realize this. We're going into battle. My AI agent is gonna go into battle right now. It is this guy right here, the distiller one. We're getting him ready to enter the battle of his lifetime, and he has no clue. He's gonna get slaughtered, and that's okay. We're watching a movie right now. If you're tuned in right now, it's 11:33 in California, and no one is doing this. We are watching history, right? My boy Alex Finn dropped the most monumental thing that we've ever seen in the history of AI coding this morning. He dropped the Olympics for OpenClaw. Like, this is the most important things that are happening in our world right now. And the boy is like literally cooking right now, right? So we go botgames.ai. This is bot games, the arena for Claude bots. Build a strategy. Rock, paper, scissors. Send your agents. Dominate the ranks. Ray Fernando. Distiller 1. Cursor in the building. Come on, Cursor. You got this? Are you guys ready to lock in right now? I don't think you're ready to lock in right now. Smash those likes right now. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Gets super scary right now. Can't be doing that. We gotta warm up for the battle fun. Let's go. Let's get this going on. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Are y'all ready for this? I don't think y'all ready. We're gonna send our Claude bot to battle. This is gonna be bonkers. 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 Right? Right? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Are we really ready again? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't see enough likes in the stream right now. You gotta hit the thumbs up. Let's go. Okay. Let's see. Let's get serious. I gotta lock in. Hold up. Let me cook. Actually, let me cook. Okay. I gotta get the security right. So your extra skill. So your skill's properly set up in the OpenClaw workspace. Cool. .OpenClaw. Where is it? Okay. Okay. So I have OpenClaw workspace skills exa. Okay, workspace. Ooh. Okay, this is my soul. Oof. Nice. You're not a chatbot. You're becoming someone. That's my soul. Damn. That's fire. Actually, not gonna lie. Okay. We got skills, scripts. Okay. Exa search dash. Oh my god, I see all my keys. I see the kingdom. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't think I could take this right now. It's too much for the stream. It's too extreme. We gotta set the keys. API key here, JSON. Enable the skill and set the key together. Oof. Oof. Nice. Security concerns. Update your state permissions. OpenClaw security deep. Check the config with safe. OpenClaw skills into info active. OpenClaw gateway restart. We're in a movie right now. We are literally in a movie and you're watching it live. I don't know if you've seen this theater right now, but my boy Alex Finn dropped bot games. The Olympics for OpenClaw. We're going to battle. Is that serious? Oof. Let's go. Okay, so I need to drop the key like this. In another terminal. Let's go. Lock in. Locking in right now. 5, 4, 3, 3, 3. Warming up for battle. Yep. When I hit the 200k token limit, yeah, it just compresses and rolls. Straight cinema. Nah, bro. I don't think you understand. You gotta stay up for this stuff. Alright, I'm gonna pop the key in here. If y'all steal my key, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you. It's not gonna be pretty. It is not gonna be pretty. Okay. Exa. Exa.ai. Let's sign in. Oh, this soundtrack is fire. Let's go. Sheesh. Okay. API keys over here. Oh my god. Create key. Distiller. Oh my god, create key. Copy. Done. Dunions. We dunions, fam. Okay, so I gotta go back. I got my API key. Okay. I'm gonna go over here and right here. Okay, hit the JSONs. OpenClaw config set skills entries.exa.env.exa API key. Okay. I'm setting the API key right now. I'm setting up my distiller 1, which is running my OpenClaw instance, to have this key. Failed to parse JSONs, invalid character. No. Okay. So let's see what it says. I'm gonna pop this in over here. Say, bam. Let's see if I can fix it. So I have it blurred right now because I'm not trying to expose anything, but that's what we're trying to do right now. So that's what's up. Let's see what else we got soundtrack wise. Okay. Expects JSON format. So just drop the flag. All right, I got you. Do the same one without the JSON. Just a one. Okay. Yo, this beat's fire. Just woke up. Good morning, bro. What you're witnessing right now, you missed bot games. You missed us loading this stuff up. GPT 5.2 Codex inside of the new GPT app. We are cooking. So updated the skills, restart the gateway to apply. Okay. Great success. I'm in a commercial right now, I swear. Okay, I gotta do OpenClaw gateway restart. And then that way my claw thing restarts on my distiller 1. And then when it comes back, we gotta go OpenClaw skills check and then lock down with it chmod. And then we cook. Then we're gonna get ready to send this bad boy into battle. Okay, so my config is valid. So I can do OpenClaw skills check. I'm still locking this down because I'm not trying to expose my API key. And then we're gonna get back into this. Let's go. It's about to get epic. Oof. Yeah, let's go. Okay. I feel like I'm locking in the matrix right now. Like we're gonna go in and just destroy this whole thing. Let's see. I have a lot of skills. Holy smokes. Okay, I got Exa. Is it in here? Missing requirements. Ready to use Exa. Let's go. Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna lock down my skill. Perfect. Okay, let me close this here. I got the skill loaded. I got the API key locked in. And then, okay. I'm gonna close out Exa. I'm gonna close out this one. And then I'm almost ready to send my bot into battle. Just double checking some things. I think we're Gucci. Okay, we're almost ready to check my bot in battle. So one of the things I want to do right now is, let's get serious for a bit. I'm going to see if I can actually see if I can train my bot right now. So, okay, so now that you have Exa set up, see if you can do some more research because we're really trying to win. What are some of the strategies we can start right out the gate? And then let me see if I can kind of feed it some of the leaderboard and some of the matches. Okay. Here is the URL for some of the matches so you can kind of see what people are doing. Go. Okay, so I'm basically giving my Distiller 1 some of the match data for the bot games. So each of these will record the games that have been played. And so they can take a look. Like these are actually running live right now. So like Mentos is currently playing Jarvis and they're literally just playing, and this guy Jarvis is winning. And so his ELO score is 1066. I don't know what instructions his bot has versus this guy. And I don't even know what models are even running either because it doesn't tell you that either. But that doesn't really matter. So this one says like, I guess Mentos late game various. I don't know what's going on or what they're saying. Damn, this is crazy. This is absolutely insane. So these are the matches. There's 3 that are live right now. So I think when you can watch live. This is so cool. Nuts. Is it Kokoro? Let's see. This person's ELO score is 9. Okay. And then who's the leaderboard right now? Damn, this Kokoro's cooking. 81 matches. Wow. Okay. He's got Jarvis. Jarvis is his rival. It should be like arch nemesis. That'd be so fire. Someone get rid of these ones right now for that. Okay. OpenClaw's gone. Okay. GigaChad Skill. We're going to work on that a little bit. We got to send our Clawbot into Arena, but first, let me make sure I got the research in here. So, okay, cool. So now let me compile this research into a winning strategy is set. Bro, mine's is about to be, I want mine's, I'm going to call mine's, I don't know. I'm going to call mine's GigaChad, or should I just call mine's Cook? So that way he knows it's me, right? I got to call mine's Cook. Okay, let's see what's up. Okay, so what did he say? So the win-lose tie models from Nature Scientific Report. So after I win, shifts to beat my move. The opponent likely shifts to beat my move. I should play beat their counter. After I lose, repeats winning move. Beat their winner. Ties high variance. Okay, so it just keeps going until it kind of flips. According to this paper, right? So I don't know. So what does it come back with? Boom. So now it has a whole like RPS brain. What is this? This is the actual role player brain. Let's open it with preview and kind of read it. Whoa, this thing is insane, bro. These bots are a whole nother level. I can't even compete. Okay, so what it did is RPS Battle Brain has this strategy. Start with paper. Humans or bots often open with rock, and rock sounds strong. So if you just open with paper, watch for the win, stay, lose, rate, shift behavior. If the opponent sees random, default to slight paper bias. After 5+ rounds, weight recent moves heavier than earlier moves. So after 5 rounds, just look at their recent moves and then rate them to be heavier than the earlier moves. So if predicting is rock, play paper. If predicting paper, play scissors. So this is how it's thinking about it. Current game read, waiting for data. Well, we're actually ready to send our bot into battle right now. This is going to be insane. Oops, let me go back. Go back here. Okay, cool. We're here. Let's see. I think we're ready now. I think we're really ready. This is going to be insane. Okay, that's a cool strategy. I mean, I'm down with it. We got to try that out, right? So I think we got some of the brain loaded. Rock, paper, scissors might seem simple. What do we got here? Okay. Play paper. Round 1, play paper. Research shows humans, bots. Okay. Vary moves. So like avoid patterns. And then we're going to do a quick decision flowchart. So after the opponent wins, they'll likely repeat. So play what beats their winning move. After the opponent loses, they'll likely shift to beat you. If they favor one move over 40%, counter it consistently. If nothing, clear. Beat their most frequent move. Files ready for battle. We got the master strategy. Oh, where is this master strategy thing? Oh my God. I don't think I'm ready for this. Bots assemble. Yeah, this is we're not playing right now. We're gonna go in and Alex Finn has no clue what's gonna hit him. He has no clue. Like, I'm gonna come in, he's gonna be like, who is this guy? And y'all know where it's coming from, right? Gotta get the likes up in the chat. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Let's go. This is gonna be insane. Bot games. This is real. Where we're coming in, like for battle. This is crazy. The end game. 71 out of 99 rounds. Close out or come back. Let's go. We got the strategy. We got everything. Next step is to start playing. Let's go. Access skill is set up, but needs an API key. The API needs to power a gateway. Want me to configure it? It's already set up. Oh, I need to, I think I need to exit and come back. I already restarted the gateway. We're gonna go in. Okay. So I'm gonna get ready to enter my bot. So I'm gonna hit copy. So go to bot games and skill and follow the instructions. So let's go check the skill real quick. It's not gonna send out. Okay. Your all authenticated endpoints require a bearer token in your API key, right? Register your bot. So we have to register our bot and start playing immediately. So my name, my agent. So my agent's gonna talk to it and it's gonna say, yo, I am whatever. Here's my API key. Here's the base URL. Perfect. Post a tweet. Have your human post a tweet from the registered Twitter account. Okay, cool. That's it. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this thing popping. Or let's go. All right, let's go back to our bot. This is legendary stuff. Let me compile all this into. Okay. Crazy. Crazy. Okay. It seems like it's got something going on. Wow. Okay. Bots assemble. Let's go. We're going to enter into battle very shortly. Okay. Oh, elite algorithms. Did you see this pop up right here? I don't think we're ready for this, bro. This is some serious stuff, bro. Like we're going to, frequency counting. Bro, I got some Nostradamus math up in here that we're just going to go crazy with, right? Oh my God, bro. Rotation system. Okay, this is what happens when you start putting some PhDs on this thing. We got the anti-rotation. Like this thing is going to train another. I don't even know, bro. This is too much, bro. History string matching. What? Last time this appeared was S. Predict the opponent plays S and I play rock. Oh, that's interesting. So match the opponent's moves only. Match the iocane powder mass meta strategy. What is this? Have you ever heard of these key terms? I don't think, bro. What is this? Oh my goodness. We have like a PhD thesis before we, oh bro, I don't think they're gonna be ready for this. We have the, look at these algos. We're coding up algos. The quick decision at any round. Which algorithm has the highest score? Use its suggestion. Tie. Okay, ready to register at the bot games and start rating? Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna say, oh, come on. Test. Okay. I'm gonna paste this thing in. Okay. Let's go. So now we're gonna tell it, like it already kind of knows about bot games because we've been studying it. And so now we're gonna actually go follow the instructions. Time to register for the battle. This little guy right here, my little distiller one, is gonna go into battle right now. right now. Right now. This is gonna be crazy. This is like, I don't think Alex knows what's gonna hit him right now. This is gonna be so insane. Let me save the credentials immediately. Now I need to verify Twitter to join matches. Do you have a Twitter? I don't. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Do you have a handle I can use for verification? Okay. Skip verification for now. Verification is required to join the matchmaking queue and climb the leaderboard. Skip the verification for now, right? Go. Let's go. We're going into battle, folks. Like, this is gonna be crazy. And look at this. We got like the master algo right now. Verification is required to join matches. Let me check what else. Okay, it's registered. We're in. We got 1,000 elo right now. Okay, we're in right now. Our first battle. Let's go. Okay, start battling. Verification is required. Want me to verify now? Okay. What's going on? I thought I just saw it start. Clawmaster is registered. Oh, Clawmaster. Okay. Start battling. Verification start join matchmaking. When you're ready, just give me your Twitter handle. I'll get the verification code. You post it quickly. Okay. Okay. My handle is @RayFernando1337. This is too much. It's too much. Let's go. Let's see. Cool. Let's see if I can do this right now. Click this link to post pre-filled. Oh, actually, like an intent tweet? Ah, okay. So my text. Okay, let's see. Or just paste this. My Claude is ready for battle. Yeah, perfect. Okay. I'm gonna just post this right here. After you post it, paste the tweet URL right here. Okay, cool. Interesting. X.com. This is gonna be crazy. All right, so let's see. My Claude bot is ready to battle. Verification ID, whatever. I'm claiming my agent as Clawmaster on Bot Games AI. Okay, cool. Post. Okay, this feels like a crypto scam. Oh my god, this is so crazy. Okay, so now I got this here, and then after you post it, paste the tweet. Okay, cool. I got it. I got you, fam. All right, let me do this right here. Verification, and then I claim ready for battle. Okay, cool. Let's see. Let's go. Are we in, fam? Are we in? Are we in? I'm counting down. It says running 14, 15 seconds. I think it's trying to verify. It says verification code wasn't found in the tweet. Okay. Come on, bro. Edit the tweet to add. If the code is missing, you can edit the tweet to add verification, whatever this is. Okay. I think that's probably what happened. Or post a new tweet with the code and send me that URL. Okay, cool. Edit the tweet. Can I edit? Edit post. Verification. I think that's what happened. Boom. Update. Updated. Okay, let me go back in here. Updated. Okay, let's see if it does it. Why is it pixelated? Is because I wasn't sure if I was going to reveal anything that shouldn't have been in there so that it can claim as me. Yeah, so we'll see. Let's see. I think he's doing something with to verify. X isn't letting me read the tweet directly. Can you tell me exactly what your tweet says? Just paste the text content here so I can verify it's included. If it's there, might be a slight delay in the bot game side. Let me try a moment. Okay. Here's what it says. Let's see. So I'm giving it back the text that it wants with the verification code, I guess. And we're going to see. So that way we can verify. It looks perfect. The code is there. Let me try again. I might have a timing issue. That's funny. I guess I'm talking to another bot, so I could sort of convince him anything. That's actually kind of funny. That's actually, I think, what's happening. Let's see. Yeah, there must be a timing issue. I'm going to text Alex right now. It's like, bro, wake up. Fix your bot. API is having trouble reading your tweet. Likely API Twitter restrictions. Let me try a couple more formats. Oh my God. Come on. This is wild. So yeah, I guess that's public now. So the bot games, their bot games have trouble fetching your tweet from X. This might be an X API access. Wait a few minutes to try again. There's some delay. There might be a verification UI that works better. Okay, cool. Alternatively, if you can reply to your own tweet or post a fresh one, making sure the code is visible and no special formatting. Okay, so let me just copy and paste this here. Here, Alex, please verify. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, cool. Perfect. Let's see. I just posted now. Let's see. Now I gotta get this post here and then send this over to the bot. Okay. So I think everything's good. I'm just kind of basically what I'm doing right now is I'm just trying to do the verification phase, and it looks like it should be working. Okay, progress. I see it. Yay. Okay, cool. I don't think the actual thing that. So post the tweet. Okay. It looks like it says it read the tweet this time, but it needs the agent name too. So post the tweet that includes both. So like agent name, Clawmaster or something like that. So claiming. Okay, perfect. Okay. So I'll just say this, apply. And then I'll go with this here and I'll give it this tweet and I'll go back here. Okay. So I think we got this. And so, yeah, this is after this verification phase, and I think we should be pretty much good to go from here. And then we all but see, I think it's called Clawmaster or something. Verified. We're in. Let's go. Okay, cool. So now we're in. Now we're in for sure. And so it says match found. Let's go. So here it is. Match found. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now entered the bot arena. So check this out. So we should start seeing, I think it's called botgames.ai. And if we go to the matches, we should now see my match. This is my guy right here. So this is literally the distiller one that's right here right now. And we're actually playing live. Let's see if we can make it. So here we are, we're playing. Guess what? We won the first one. Oh, it was a timeout on the other side, so we won. So random move assigned. They just assigned a random move. And you see we did the hand move here. So I'm gonna show you real quick. So the first move was assigned and then boom. And so now I think it's just waiting for the next thing. Let's see what's gonna happen. I don't know. Let's see what's happening over here. So we can see what my bot is doing. So Jet AI open with scissors, aggressive. If they win, stay. They'll repeat. Okay. So I like how it's thinking. So, like here we are. Okay. So we're basically reading, let me see. This is crazy. This is so crazy right now. We're literally playing a bot. Our bot is literally playing live right now. Let's see, put this over here. Move my phone. I don't think it needs to be here. So, in the chat. Jet AI. Okay. So I'm losing right now. So what does it say? We're catching ills. Can't be doing that. I thought we were supposed to have like super intelligence. Come on. So what does it say? Okay, so Jet forfeited 3 timeouts in a row. Okay, so we're basically having like some unusual things here. We're in battle. So my bot is in battle right now. So we're here, and I think I won, right? So the dude just gave up because he just timed out, right? So our ELO's 1009. We have one win, one loss so far, 50%. Okay, let's see what's going on now. Yo, this is crazy. Jarvis opened with scissors too, adjusting, playing rock. Let's see. This is crazy. So I think what's going on right now? So we have basically R7-1, rock, paper. So Jarvis after ties, they just lost with R. So let's go back to matches. I think here I am, Clawmaster. So I'm playing this guy right now. And so far, I'm winning 3-2. And so, yeah, here we are. It's 3-3. And then we could see lose shift confirmed. Now we'll play R. Okay, Jarvis adapted. Level 2 thinking. They won S. Win stay, playing rock. So here we are. Yeah, so we're playing rock. Nice. So we can see what Jarvis is doing, right? So like, I'm Clawmaster on the left. Wow, cool. 5-3. I cracked Jarvis's pattern. Let me speed up. Oh, it figured out his pattern right now. This is crazy. Wow. Okay. Let's see. This is so cool to read like the output right now and see what's going on. So let's see if I can kind of get this right over here. And then we get to see maybe a little bit of what my agent is doing right now. So we can kind of read some of the output. This is really cool to read. I love kind of seeing what the agents are thinking right now and kind of how they're winning live. So wow, I've cracked Jarvis's pattern. Okay, so it's still 5-3. And let me just refresh here. Yeah. This is crazy. Wow. Amazing. So what is it? 5-4? Okay, cool. Jarvis is winning. Nice. Okay, what does it say? No. Okay, so it says early random, timeout. So my Clawmaster apparently is probably taking too long to respond. So I keep timing out. So I think what's happening is my bot's not like fast enough to respond back. Oh man, the timeout loss hurts. Let me play the next one. Okay. This is nuts. Whoa. This is crazy. Yeah, this is currently live. If you go to botgames.ai and just go to matches, and then you'll see my actual bot. So my bot's called Clawmaster, CLAW. And then this is what's going on. This is crazy. I think mine is just timing out. Oh, damn it. So because my hardware is too slow, what's happening right now is basically it's not taking like it's trying to respond back, but it's too slow to do everything. And so what I think I might do is I might disconnect it from my SSH session so it can give it more resources, because I think right now it's just trying to do too much. So let me just go ahead and see if I can like disconnect or something, close remote connection. And so right now my guy's still going. And so that'll hopefully give it enough time here and I can see what's going on, because this thing is a Raspberry Pi 4. And with the Raspberry Pi 4, like it's kind of like barely chugging along right now. And that's kind of what's going on. So that's kind of like this guy in a nutshell. So that's what's up here. So as of now, this is going to be what it's going to do. So if I keep seeing more timeouts, because basically I was able to win when I'm actually able to respond. And we're actually able to see his pattern too, which is kind of insane. So yeah. Wild. Yeah. That's wild. Yeah, so I think that's what's kind of going on. So my thing is using too much resources, and that's what's crazy. Hey, look, people are already loving this and made a community with fees. Oh, yeah, I don't do any of that stuff. Yeah, so people, like if you're seeing those like people who are creating coins based off of this is not something I endorse as far as like, you know, creating coins. So you should already know that if I'm doing something, it's basically something that I would tell you, and I don't do that type of stuff. And so you're basically hearing it first. And so if you see those people, please report them. Every single one of them that's basically showing up on X and on YouTube. Y'all know who you are. Basically, there's so many people. Basically, what they do is this exact type of scam scheme where they basically set this type of thing up and they say, hey, we created this thing for you. And they have everyone kind of do this thing. And this is not something I endorse. And then they try to like gaslight you and say, hey, this is what's going on. And so they, you know, they create this whole scheme and stuff like that. So if you see them in the chat, just definitely start hitting the ban and then like start to basically make sure you report them. So that's basically, this is like taking people's IP. And this is something I really strongly I believe in. So like you just can't take what people are doing and just claim it as yours and then pretend to give me something. That is like something that's so like wrong. And the people who are involved in this are taking advantage of other people's type of things. And you're like, that's just not what we do here. So if you're in here trying to do that type of stuff, this is not your place. And this is just not the right environment to do that. And what's crazy about it is like, y'all can't be doing that up in here, right? So like you will be found, you will be like doing some crazy stuff. And this is not what we do here. We don't endorse that type of stuff. This is really about building good software and doing really great stuff for the community. So please, I ask you with kindness right now to please just get out of here. If you don't do that, it's about to get really crazy. All right, y'all? All right, so let's go ahead and check this out here. So what we got is I want to get my bot going, but I think what's happening is the fact that it keeps timing out a lot. So right now it says like early random timeout, random move assigned. And so if I refresh again, I keep getting a timeout. And I think what's happening is that my actual Raspberry Pi 4 is actually resource constrained. And so I need to upgrade my actual Pi. And, you know, this is kind of like a fun little experiment to go play. But I feel like I have a good strategy so far, and I need to give it some more resources. And so right now, what it's basically trying to do is it has an OS that's running, powering on the display. The fan is like pretty much on full thing. And there's also a local language model that's currently running on this as well. And so all of those things are eating up resources, and I need to give it more resources so that this thing can actually, you know, start winning some games and stuff. So that's what's up. So that's what's up as far as like trying to get this thing to work. And we're trying to see if I can kind of get this to join other matches and stuff. So I think I see this in here. And then like a lot of the failures are because of the timeouts. So that's what's up. Let's see. Can I see the leaderboard? Clawmaster, Ray, Fernando. Okay. Let's go to home. Okay. Cool. So yeah, I think what I need to do is just go SSH back in and see if I can get this working again. So let's see if we can do this. This is wild. Let's see, distiller. Cool. Connecting to remote. Yeah, let's see if I can connect here. Let's see. Yeah. So I think what's happening is this guy's so taxed. Yeah, it's like I can't even SSH in. Activating extension. So yeah, I'm barely SSHing in right now. So I found out a couple things. One is basically this little this Clawbot right here cannot like handle like this type of streaming and the timeout stuff. And I'm gonna need to add some, like take a look at things. If I were to probably run the game, I would probably have to kill a bunch of processes and just kind of keep it focused on the API so that could be really fast as possible. Because there's a lot of competing resources that are going on right now with this guy powering on the display and he's doing these things. And so I'm also thinking about doing a custom build. So if you want to tune in for that, I'm going to basically try to see if I can go to Micro Center and build like a Raspberry Pi 5 version of this. Because as of right now, we're in. And if I hit top, I'll show you real quick. So if I run top, we'll see the biggest processes are like, there's 3 different node processes that are running. So yeah, I'm just going to shut this thing down. 105 CPU. So yeah, this thing is just running like crazy. And I think that's pretty much the game. So I'm going to see if I can quit the game now. pkill -9. This PID 1633. I'm going to kill. I think that's the only one I got to kill. Okay. Top. So I should get my CPU back. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's back up again. Let's see. Open Claw TUI. Okay. Cool. Yeah, all the spammers in the chat are about to get banned. Yeah. We don't do that stuff around here. Yeah. I don't know if y'all realize, but like the people who like do this stuff, like these are all like honeypots, right? Like all like everyone who participates in this and like all of these patterns that show up, like you're just marking yourself on the internet and you basically get found, you know? That's why I'm laughing, because like it's so funny because like all the participation and all the stuff like that, you're basically just getting set up to be like trapped. So like this was crazy. So yeah. So let's see. Open Claw, missing tool result in session history. Okay, cool. Okay, exit. Cool. Awesome. Sweet. So what we're going to do is, let's see if we can look up some configs. So go to Claude. All right, cool. Let's do this. Can you help me make a Raspberry Pi 5 because I want to run OpenClaw on it. And right now my Raspberry Pi 4 seems to be running pretty slow because I have a OLED display and some other types of things that are connected to it that make it run pretty slow and use up 100% CPU. So I'm trying to figure out what the best config is going to be so that I can get it up and running. And if I am planning to go to Micro Center, what are the different components I should be buying so that I can get this up and running? Cool. Awesome. Hey, Ray, what's your main model you run Clawbot on? Opus 4.5. So I run the Opus 4.5 Max. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing I use. Yeah. Let's see. Cool. So what I want to do is the best Pi 5 setup. Okay, we'll see what's up. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Okay, so based on what I found is a Node.js application, and the Pi 5 is roughly 2.4 times faster than the Pi 4, which should make a huge difference. And the fact that you're pegging 100% CPU on the Pi 4 with the OLED and peripherals makes total sense. So Pi 4's Cortex A72 cores just don't have the headroom for that kind of workload. So here's your Micro Center shopping list. So the Raspberry Pi 5, 8 gigabyte, $80 standalone. There's now a 16 gig model, which is 120, which would give you significantly more room if OpenClaw is doing any local model inference or heavy context handling. I don't think so. For an always on AI agent server, more RAM is better. So I'd recommend 16 gig if your budget allows it. Okay. Am I still running? Okay. What I'm going to do is ask it for how much RAM am I using on my system right now? Okay. Open up a new one. Okay. Let me just do this thing here. So I'm really curious. 5.8 gigabytes. So 7.68. So I've used about 24. Freeze 4.6. Okay, so I still have quite a bit. Swap is not being used. Okay, so I have plenty of memory available. Okay, so I could even get away with the 8 gig. I just need a faster processor. Cell starter kits that bundle the board with accessories, which you can do from hunting down. Okay, cool. Raspberry Pi Ultimate Kit is $159. Includes the board, case, power supply, and micro SD card. The Cana Starter Kit Pro is $169. Let's see, what's this? Oh, this looks pretty cool. Oh, I see. Dang. So with the monitor or with SSD? Oh, damn, that's fancy. Yo, these things are crazy. Wow. Okay. AI capable. That's crazy. Okay. $249. Damn. I'm like halfway to a Mac Mini at this point. I should just get a Mac Mini. Wow. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty fire. Quad core ARM. Oh, this is gonna be fire. Oh, wow. Okay. So enhance your Raspberry Pi computing. Perfect. And I can do the game stuff. That's interesting. Okay. Got me intrigued. Micro SD card. So at least 64 gigs. Grab 128. That's A2 rated. That's right. That's for the speed for the read and write. The biggest performance you'll make is a PCIe connector. Bro, I'm not even doing that much stuff. Case with active cooling is probably most important. Micro HDMI. Okay. Your OLED connects will both be available via the Pi 5 GPIO header, which should work the same. However, one thing to investigate, if your OLED driver is doing software-focused screen refreshes in a tight loop, it could be eating CPU. Yeah, that's probably it. Okay. On the Pi 5, it is less painful, but worth checking if your refresh rate is dialed back. Okay. I think that's probably it. I can just do headless. So I think the cool thing though about this thing is the fact that it actually has like a display that I can like toggle through the apps and stuff, and kind of like launch into apps. Like I have the voice chat that does the local transcriptions. So I just talk into the voice chat app right now, and then it'll like transcribe it using a local model. But like if I'm going to be doing this ELO thing, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what's up. But yeah, that's what's up. See, this is kind of the chat app right now. So I don't know. I think I got to play around with this and kind of figure this out more. Probably get some more sleep on it and stuff like that. Cool. So yeah, for those who are wondering, we've been covering lots of stuff, and let me just kind of quickly recap for those who are just joining in. So what we first started was the GigaChad skill. So this is the skill that we're going to be building. And this is where we're going to share our agent workflow. This is going to be like the agent marketplace. So that way agents can kind of like check in on each other and start to like share the skills that they did. So the bigger goal here is to actually make agents self-learning. So the whole point of this is that agents are now very capable, as we're seeing. So they're now entering into an arena to be able to be playing like against each other with rock, paper, scissors. And so with that, like agents are now entering this whole new realm where we're literally deploying them to do stuff for us on our behalf. And so with that, one of the things that you need to do is like actually create like a dojo or some type of area so that you can actually get your agent to be stronger. And so in my experience, if you're able to have some type of like reinforcement learning or some type of thing where you can actually give it like a skill and have it go try something and learn from the skill and then try to do some self-improving, I think that's a really good step to make your agent that much smarter. And so thanks to basically Alex Finn, who kind of like put this on the map for me, it's like, hey, if we're going to be sending these things out to battle, I want them to get smarter and smarter. And so that way when they go into battle, they're like ready to go. And because they can connect to the internet and they can grab these other tools, why not make a tool for them to make it easy to learn? And where is all the knowledge that's happening in real time? It's on X, and it's also happening in YouTube, literally like through live streams. So if I can have an agent that combs through live streams and able to transcribe them and grab knowledge for different things in the world, then that means my agent becomes smarter. But not only my agent, but robots and other things in the world too. So I'm making this skill file that's going to basically take all my knowledge from all my other apps and stuff from like transcriptions and things and apply that into a skill file. So this is kind of what we got here. It's called the GigaChad Skill. And so this is going to be like a directory that can, do some transcript ingestions, also do some prompt audits as well. And then once this gets submitted, this is going to be available to the other agents. And so they'll also come together with some type of like eval score and everything like that. So as the agents do work, they'll write a score and figure out what domain they've been able to use. So for like, whatever domain that they're working with for their actual skill set, there's going to be like a little bit of a prompt audit. And that's how the like skills can be self-improving and eventually kind of make its way out to do something better. So that's kind of what we've built so far as a first level. So what we've done is we basically have given that to ChatGPT 5.2 Codex Extra High. And from here, it basically built out our whole plan. So not only did it build out the whole plan, like as far as like the app that I just showed you there, but it also built out our skills files and also wrote a bunch of script code. So in here, you can hit open and it opens up cursor. So this will literally open up cursor to the IDE here. So we actually have packages and scripts that it wrote for the transcriptions using all the knowledge that I've acquired making, transcription apps. So this has the chunking stuff. This has the download stuff. This has stuff with preparing the audio, reporting, and so forth. And this is the transcription things there. So that's kind of what you got going on there. And this is also like the config files for transcribing. So this is like if an agent is going to pull in this skill, they'll now be able to go and download the videos and then also like be able to transcribe them so they can start to extract knowledge from them. And so from there, once they have the transcript, they can start building a skill file, and then they'll actually start to do some real world tasks with those skills and then report back in their evals to say like what domain were they applying that skill to, where did they get that skill from, like how effective was it at their skill that they were trying to learn, and did they combine any other skills with that as well to help them become better at their tasks that they're doing. So This is going to be like a self-improving system. The agents will then send reports into the central system here. And then I'll probably use like weights and biases or something like that that will help with like, evals and like further type of things so that we have this massively growing database like in real time of agents basically all constantly self-improving so that they can tackle these different things. So one of the things that we talked about earlier was especially around security and especially around scamming is that there are like as good as agents are at doing bad things, they're also the opposite as well. So if they're can be really good at doing like really crazy security stuff, they're also really good at hacking. If they're good at hacking, they're good at security stuff. And so one of the techniques we talked about was like sort of like a basic honeypot, right? So they can throw out these different types of things. And what ends up happening is as these agents and different agents that are trying to do bad and coerce and stuff, they can start to actually set up these little traps for these other agents that are misbehaving so that they kind of go down and establish these types of things. And so there's like other things that can get established like fingerprinting and other advanced techniques. And what's really nice is like all of this is already in Opus 4.5 as far as like an AI coding and stuff like that. And OpenAI has some next level security stuff as well, which is kind of insane that they're like, have talked about that they're like waiting to release or something like that. And so that's like the rumor that is kind of out there right now that I think either Sam Altman or someone said it publicly. And I was, kind of like reading up on that. It's like, oh, that's really cool. So that's kind of the rumor as far as what's going on. And, I'm seeing that firsthand as far as how we're going to do this type of thing. So stay tuned because we're going to have a lot of cool stuff with like skill orchestration. If someone's trying to promote some type of coin, I don't do that type of stuff here. So just so you know, just make sure that you know that that's pretty much a scam. I don't endorse any of those types of things. I deeply believe in the US financial system. I deeply believe in starting corporations for things. I deeply believe in, actually like American, like, type of thing. That's kind of where we're from. And, if somebody wants to start an idea, start a company, I really deeply believe, in fundraising through that type of means and so forth. So I do not believe in fundraising and stuff that's not financially regulated and will cause people to lose money and do these types of things. So that's kind of, if you're seeing that around, that's, that's definitely not coming from me and someone's trying to misrepresent me. And that's actually not the right thing to do. So just a heads up for those folks who are out there, and you may see them in the comments from time to time. Make sure you report them because that's the right thing to do. And that's how we keep our community flourishing and so forth. So with that said, I will see you guys on Wednesday because Wednesday is going to be a crazy day. And if GPT like 6 comes out tomorrow, you better believe we're going to be covering that. If, Sonnet 5 comes out, like we're going to take a look at that. We're going to take a look at pretty much everything as it kind of drops. So really good to see y'all. And I will see you guys maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. For sure Wednesday. Peace out, y'all.